This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. We create and broadcast these episodes live on native lands. We acknowledge these are unceded lands, with diverse communities maintaining connections to these places, and recognize their ancestors, their elders, both past and present, and future generations. Learn more by visiting the Native American Rights Fund website at narf.org. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present Ruins of the Lost Realm, a campaign for the One Ring role-playing game, with David Larkins as the Loremaster. Well, here we are. Session 1. The beginning. Yeah, so we're gonna do a little kind of tutorial session here. Our resident Loremaster will be joining us next session. So it's just us noobs, and we'll figure it out as we go along. So I'm gonna run 2 scenarios from the starter set. The starter set scenarios are very bite-sized, and they're very low stakes. Technically, in the starter set itself, it doesn't even have mechanics for character death, because they're kind of like, where's the fun in that? You don't want your starting character to die. But in terms of what we're going to cover today, I don't think there's not even a chance. I say that now. There's not even a chance of grievous bodily harm.
Challenge accepted.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you guys will figure out a way. But especially since y'all chose Bilbo as your patron, this makes it very easy to use these scenarios. So yeah, let's get into it here. And essentially what we're going to start with is a little bit of the y'all meet in a tavern setup, except in this case, it's y'all meet at Bag End. Now, we're assuming you all know each other already. That was sort of indicated in the character creation section, like you're sort of acquainted with each other for various reasons. And we assume you all know Bilbo as well already. And so he has summoned you to his cozy little domicile at Bag End for mysterious purposes. As usual, he's being very cagey, very clever, too clever for his own good. And so he clearly has some kind of agenda in mind, but what that might be, he's leaving it until your gathering to reveal. So yeah,
I thought that maybe we had met up like I didn't know, like this is for the scenario. Are we just taking it like, oh, we just know each other in this context? But I thought we talked about like meeting up at the tavern and like like filling in Oda on like what we were doing, and I thought that was like kind of what we were.
That might
Like,
have been where we left it off, but change of plans.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Okay.
If you want, this could be the sort of like origin story situation where it's like, this is how you all met. I don't know what works better for
Yeah,
you.
I'm kind of open for anything with that and not limiting it. I'm not
Yeah.
like so that's my vote. I'm fine. I just wanted to clarify that based on the previous recordings. I'm like, didn't we
Right.
talk about that? But if it's
Good
going to be
point.
different, that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Curious what other
Maybe
people
maybe we
think.
met up out there previous, and then we're coming back to resupply for something.
Yeah.
We forgot Muffin's feed bag, and
Yeah.
it's kind of key to traveling to feed your
Muffin.
horse. And so Bilbo asked us to stop by.
Yeah, I
Right.
like that
Totally
too.
fine.
That's
Totally
good.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there's the
Yeah.
there's the
Float.
Hobbit himself floating
Uh-huh.
above the
I
map.
was gonna say, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so that's fine. That's totally cool. Um and so yeah, so the three of you are walking towards you've arrived at Hobbiton, you're walking up towards Bag End. Um there was a kind of a it's springtime, and so there was a bit of a heavy rain earlier this afternoon, but it is now uh nighttime. The stars have come out, blazing and bright in the freshly scrubbed air, and you can smell the wood smoke coming out of the chimneys, and you see the green door, the round green door of Bag End up ahead of you, and you make your way up the gravel drive, the gravel walk, and yeah, right as you're coming up to the door, and one of you is about to, pull on the bell pull, the door flies open, and there is Master Baggins himself. Come in, come in. So good to see all of you. Please, please. Ah, yes, thank you. Lovely to see you, etc. Yes, that's excellent. Please, settle yourselves by the fire. It's a chill evening. I've got some tea ready to go in the kettle and some scones fresh out of the oven. And indeed, you can smell the freshly baked goods, and he's laid it all out. A little late evening tea party.
Finn takes a moment to make sure they are traveling companions. Like Muffin really is saddled outside and like released
Mm-hmm.
outside before coming in. Um, and what's our dog's name? Des.
Oh. Oh no. What did we name the pup?
I thought you put it in your character sheet.
I did. Let me pull it up. I'm like thinking, not remembering.
Because Muffin's the pony, right?
Muffin's
Muffin
the
is the
pony.
pony, yeah. Oh yeah, okay,
It was
gear.
food
Useful
related.
items. Parsnip.
Parsnip.
Parsnip,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, Parsnip's following along, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Barking a lot. A lot of barking.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's quite a chaotic scene with the crackling fire, the
hmm
voices, the barking. But
We bring the life with us.
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, there's many cushioned chairs and sofas to relax in. Um, I'm curious what kind of a dwarf is Oda? Like, how does she present herself? I know she's kind of an outsider when it comes to dwarfish ways, but how would
Yeah.
others perceive her?
Uh, yeah, sorry, it's a kind of a big question, right? So like I would think like
I like to ask the big
how do
questions.
others perceive you?
Yes,
Um
Uh-huh.
indeed.
so yeah, not nearly as like maybe stern and serious a dwarf, and so it kind of could be kind of off-putting, not off-putting, but like not what people usually expect when they see a dwarf. Definitely
Hmm.
more relaxed and more kind of jolly and jovial than most typical dwarfs. You know, that's kind of how
Okay,
I.
so you're vibing with everything. You're not
Yeah.
like kind of like
No, no,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
let's see what this world has to offer.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
I
And
think I oh.
yeah, go ahead, Des. I was gonna throw it to you.
Oh yeah, I think I immediately start going to his bookshelves and I start to like pick through like just to find like my favorite book of riddles that he showed me
Mm.
before. So I'm just trying to look like just looking around in the books and checking that out and humming to myself as everybody gets settled.
Hmm.
Also
How's
damp from the rain still.
well, sure, you gotta
Yeah.
hang your damp cloaks on the hooks out
Yeah.
beside the door and all that.
Yep.
How
And
about Fen?
yeah.
Parsnips shaking off anyway.
Yeah.
And Finn is after he comes in from taking care of the horse or the pony, ponies maybe because I think Oda has one too.
Mm.
He quickly hangs his jacket and just immediately bum rushes the sweets. And by the time like anybody's already like sitting down perusing, he's already like devoured some kind of fruit tart or something, and it's chewing delightedly and like sipping tea. And like adventure is what he wants to do, but he's always very excited about coming home and eating good food. So it's the little things.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Um, very good. Yeah, so and Bilbo makes sure that everyone is taken care of. He also has some ale if you would like a bit of that. And yeah, so he makes sure that everyone's plates get piled up, but you note he takes none for himself. But make some small talk. How was your mother? That sort of thing. Um, and nothing serious. Just gives you some space and some time to tuck in. And but not too much time really. It's just a few moments after you finished your first plates of food, and maybe while Fenn's over piling up some more.
Yeah,
Uh,
going for seconds.
right. He's clearly been like biting his tongue the whole time, and so he can't really contain himself any longer, and he's sort of been pacing in front of the fire. And he finally stomps with one hand behind his back and the other like hooked in his vest, and he says, "You are all undoubtedly curious as to why I've called you here this evening. Well," and he leans in a bit, and you can see the firelight twinkling in his eyes, the mischievous merriment. And he says, "I am hoping you will partake in a little adventure. Nothing so grand as my own, I'm afraid, but in return for your aid, I will provide you each with a place in my memoirs and a fair share of my eternal gratitude." And at this point, he takes a glass of wine off the table and takes a sip. "Now, I know what you're thinking. There goes old Bilbo again, taking after that wizard Gandalf and sending you off into the blue. Well, I can assure you it is nothing of the sort. Just a little trip to Mickle Delving and back to recover what one might call a family heirloom from the Matham house." And at this, he kind of gives Oda a little look. Like you can tell he's kind of like, I called a treasure hunter here for a reason,
Mhm.
right? What I need is a map of the Shire, supposedly made by the old Took himself, with all sorts of precious annotations. Now, I've sent many letters to the custodian, Malva Slowfoot, asking if I could have it back, even offering fairly generous donations. But for some reason, she has provided no replies. So I thought that we needn't tell her or her husband. After all, we're talking about something that belonged to my grandfather, and that would not be out of place here in Bag End. Most of all, we needn't alert that pesky dog that the Slowfoots have set to guard the place. And at this, he gives Parsnip a little friendly pet. "Sharp
Finn
as
has
a tack, that beast." Oh yeah, go ahead.
sorry, Finn has been like feeding Parsnip the whole
Yeah.
time. Just, like little bits of
Parsnip a he or a she?
Uh, I don't know. I don't she?
Okay. So yeah, of
Yeah.
course, once there's food on the plate, Parsnip, she got real quiet and very intent on the scones. Um, Yes, sharp as a tack, that beast, and he sniffs me out every time I've come near. Besides, I know some of you place more value on local gossip than others, and even just being seen at night in the company of Mad Baggins might be enough to ruin your reputations forever. But for those of you with spirit, which I know you all have in spades, or I'd not have called you here tonight, won't you aid me on this errand of particular importance, my fellow conspirators?
Yeah, yes, absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
No,
so
Miss-
yeah. Go Oda. Yeah.
Well, now, Master Baggins, I appreciate the invitation almost as much as I appreciate a good adventure, and I would hope you understand as well that as a treasure hunter, uh, I'd love to assist you in this, but one cannot eat mentions in memoirs, if you catch my drift.
Of course, of course. Well, I can see to a consideration. If you are able to bring me back my map, I'm sure we can reach uh, yes, a mutually agreeable, um, yes, payment, if you will.
Took many words to get there, but yes, I'm on
Yes,
board.
he looks a bit not like, yeah, it's just like having to mention money at all, like kind of, it's like a dirty taste in his mouth sort of thing.
Mhm. The treasure of
But
Bilbo Baggins is renowned.
Yes.
I can assure you it's been much exaggerated by the wagging tongues of this community. Yes,
We shall see.
some more than others.
Well, don't worry. We'll be able to recover this. I think this will be something easily done.
Very good. I have some ideas on how best to accomplish it. Obviously, I will leave the particulars up to you, but we can go over all that in the morning. In the meantime, please continue
Oh,
to avail yourselves of my hearth, and I have set aside comfy beds for each of you in um, each in one of my spare rooms to ensure a restful night's sleep before your little adventure.
thank you.
Thank you.
More food, please.
Are we-
Or ale.
Or ale. I know you have some like smoked fish back there.
Yes, always, always. You know me too well. So he toddles off to pile up some more plates,
Okay.
and yeah, you pass the remainder of the evening in convivial conversation. Uh, Many a pipe is smoked, uh, and he shares some of the tales of his adventures. Um, sort of at first reluctantly, but you can tell he's really relishing it once he gets into it.
he likes us trying to like pull it out of him. Like,
Yeah.
no, please
Yeah,
tell us.
yeah.
Tell
Oh,
us
I
more.
could never.
Yeah.
I could never.
Tell us again about the time you saw the dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that is too terrible a story, my boy. But if you insist.
I hope one day I get to see a dragon.
Watch your tongue, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, be careful
careful.
what you wish for. Hmm. All right. And so, yeah, eventually, the evening winds down. He shows you to your guest quarters, and yeah, you spend a restful night as promised, snoozing away. Um, the bed's a little cramped for Oda, but it's okay. Not too bad. Um, and so yes, the next morning dawns bright, cheerful, little chill. The last lingering traces of wintertime can still be felt, especially first thing. Still a bit of frost on the branches and whatnot. And then you meet up again in the front parlor. And Bilbo lays out a map of the Shire
Hmm.
and takes you through his plan. So we will shift over
Oh.
to another map on Roll20 here. Okay. So his thinking is we need to keep your journey safe from prying eyes. And obviously, if you headed out straight away from Bag End, out the main road, your passing would be immediately noted. This is for your own reputations as much as the safety of this mission, as you know. My thinking is head north from here to Overhill, then uh, bear more or less west until you reach the river, get across the river, and then cut south down to the east-west road. And at that point, you can pick up the way. You'll reach Waymeet by the end of the evening. You can secure rooms there. There's a fine inn you'll be able to bed down at. And then the following day, we'll bring you out to Mickle Delving with a good day's walk. And from there, you can figure out the best way to get into the Matham house and retrieve this map. Does that seem clear?
Yes. And so you said there's a dog?
Yes. Yeah, a little guard dog. Like I say, seems to have a sixth sense as to my intentions every time I've come by to speak with the proprietress Malva. Well, the dog won't let me out of its sight. Very clever.
I have an idea for the dog.
Like what?
It's like Finn keeps looking at the pastries or the breakfast.
Yeah.
Should we take some of those with us, or?
That's what I was thinking.
All right.
No
Load
dog
up.
can resist a delicious pastry.
Mm.
Nor can a hobbit.
Mhm.
I can see.
Well,
Indeed, who
That's why we
can?
get along so well.
the question
Yeah.
is, will the pastries survive the trip? That's the
Yeah, so you can't eat any of those, Finn.
Oh, I was going to take enough for us and the dog.
Oh, I see.
And we have to stop anyway. I mean, we can always buy more in Waymeet.
That's true.
Do we know the dog doesn't like ale?
You don't know that for sure, no.
I should bring some just in case.
Perhaps a flask of ale, just to be sure, cover our bases.
And maybe some of that wine.
It couldn't hurt. I really feel like we need to be prepared for any eventuality.
Yep.
But the map, is there anything special about it? How will we know it from any other map that we find?
Good question.
Ooh.
Oh, excellent question. Yes. Well, just look for a map of sufficient age, first of all. It will not be a newer map. Secondly, and I might add, the Matham house being what it is, you won't find many maps there. I mean, it's mostly collections of old genealogies, cookbooks, and various other things. Anything that someone saw fit to donate to the collection.
Oh, there he goes.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Salute.
Allergy season.
Yes.
But also you'll know it because it'll be supremely detailed and very well annotated.
There's cookbooks there too, you say. So look at Finn,
Yes,
like
indeed.
our project.
Yes, but we shouldn't steal.
We're just
We could
borrowing
borrow.
it. We're just borrowing them.
We could
We're just
borrow.
borrowing them and getting the information, and then we'll bring them back.
If we leave an IOU, so that
Yes.
she knows who took them. That way she can find us if anything happens.
Perfect.
I'll loot this place.
Perfect. I think that's a great idea. So I start gathering little scraps of paper. I start working on them right now. I know there's going to be a bunch, so.
And I will work on the dog distraction devices.
Okay. Oda, do you think there's going to be anything there that might be worth, I don't know, something, other valuables that might be there? I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm very curious about are they Mathers? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Madams, yes.
Mathams.
Madams.
Mathams.
Yes.
Are they good people? Are they bad people?
Yeah.
Does it feels a little better to remove possessions
So,
from people?
Rescue treasures.
Yes,
oh my God,
exactly.
I see. Uh, so Bilbo says, "Well, good, bad. I mean, they're perfectly fine folk. The Slowfoots. But yes, forgive me. I forget that you are not a hobbit sometimes. But no, Matham is a thing that we hobbits call anything we have no use for but are unwilling to discard. So generally, whenever one of our houses or holes gets cleaned out for spring cleaning, or sadly, in the case
Oh,
of the passing of the master of the house or what have you, oftentimes these Mathams will be donated to the Matham House at Mickle Delving. It's kind of an
I see.
archive, something of a museum. But as I say, I mean the Slowfoots, I think sometimes they take their jobs too seriously, and there's really no reason why they couldn't just give me the map. But well, anyway, we've been there. We've
Wait a
been down
minute.
that
Wait.
road. I don't need
Wait
to
a
belabor
minute.
the point.
Uh, Mr. Baggins, what do you, I mean, what if, can you tell us what your last attempt was to retrieve this map? And will they know that it's you that sent us? Will they know that you're the person that sent us to retrieve it for you?
Well, this is the thing, is that the Matham House is not terribly well organized. In fact, your biggest challenge, I think, is once you gain access, however you wish to do so, will be locating the item at all. You'll find it's quite the jumble in there. So once the map is liberated, the odds of them even figuring out that it's no longer there are slim to none.
But why, so why the issue with the dog then? Why
Well,
is the dog,
the dog is there to guard the contents of the Matham House.
oh. Well, I thought you said it's more like a museum, so couldn't we just,
Is this a museum? Is this a museum we could like visit? Maybe we could
yeah,
ask to come in and see everything?
right.
No, sadly. I mean,
Oh,
you can get a tour, I suppose, but it's under strict supervision. That's always been the case whenever I visited. Malva won't
what?
let you out of her sight.
Ah,
Have you located your map on any of your tours or
yeah.
visits?
No, I only know that it is there. And I've asked about it, and she seems to know that it's there. If she knows its exact location, she has not indicated that to me.
Hmm.
But I would rather she not know that anyone else is interested in this map either, you see.
So if we get, so wait, so are we, so I look at Finn, I look at Oda, I'm like, so are we like breaking in to this place? Or
Yes.
are we just going in and
Yes,
just,
it's larceny.
I love you,
oh,
hobbits, and your flowery words. We are going to sneak out of this hobbit hole through the woods upon a south path, and then we are going to break into the Mather house and steal a map. Just so we're clear, we can use lots of words around it. This is what we're doing, and it sounds kind of exciting and fun. Am I wrong? Have I gotten this inaccurate
No,
in some
you
way?
have it exactly right, my dwarf friend. Just a bit of old-fashioned burglary. You know, they used to call me a burglar.
that's
But
true.
it sounds like we're gonna steal an item nobody's gonna miss. They don't even know where
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Exactly. Precisely. A victimless crime.
If it's yeah.
For sure.
Is it even a crime? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, is it if there's no victim, is there a crime?
So I'm thinking, I'm wondering, so I'm scratching my head, and I say, well, perhaps I could distract, or Finn and I could distract uh Malvis, and we could distract her while Otis looks for the map, or you two, or I could just distract her and talk to her about different things, and that might give you time to find things if she's not paying attention to what you all are doing. So, just an idea.
It certainly depends, yes.
Have you talked to her
Technically,
in the past, or you
oh
just...
yes. Like I say, she's given me tours of the house, but never lets me out of her sight. She and her husband, they actually live next door, you see, to the Madam House. So if you get there at the right time of night, they might not even be
Nice.
inside.
Hmm.
Oh.
We could always pay a visit to their home and
Kidnap them.
Master Baggins, no. I was going to suggest have dinner because then we know where they're accounted for
Ah, of course.
at their dinner table.
Yeah.
And
I like this plan. And what if, mayhap, they imbibe a little too much wine or ale at our dinner?
no
Mm.
Fall
hobbit,
extra
no
heartily
gentle,
asleep.
yes, no good-hearted, gentle hobbit would turn away a visitor, especially if they come bearing fine wines and ales.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mr. Baggins, do you have any spare fine wine and ale you can strap to one of these horses or ponies?
Yes.
Oh, God. Ugh. You know damn well that he does. But he's like, my wine cellar is a bit skinty these days. Let's see.
Do
Is
we know
there
where it is? Do I know where
something
it is in the house, or can I locate it?
you can make a guess, but we can also
Hmm.
try to persuade him to part with one of his finer
Okay.
vintages.
Mhm.
So who would like to do that?
Let's see
I'll do
here.
it as she reaches for her axe.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
like Odo's the one asking, so
It's a
yeah, it's
different
true.
kind of persuasion.
But
Uh,
yes.
yeah,
All
so
right.
you would check your persuade skill, see if you where you're at on that, how many dots you have on that, so to speak, how many boxes, I don't know what you call these.
Little diamonds.
I
But
have
then,
one.
Diamonds.
oh, one. Okay. And then it has this little marker next to it, meaning you can roll that, right? If you click on it, it'll roll into the chat, or no?
Okay, let me
I
pull
don't
up
know.
somebody's random
here,
character
I'll just
sheet
check it.
here.
I'll click it and see.
Yeah.
Yes, because it
Okay,
asks
okay.
for bonus dice and then it just rolls.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Oh, whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
Well,
Fancy.
hey.
Failure. Okay, cool.
Glad I didn't do it.
Okay,
If
so
somebody's got a better persuasion here.
yeah. So
What-
let's look at this nice little graphic that it auto generated, and I'll
Nice.
take you through how it works. So up at the top it says the target number. So that's what you're trying to equal to or exceed on your dice rolls.
Oh.
The number of dice you're rolling is determined by the number of dots you have, the number of points you have in a skill. So let's see, for Fen, what were you rolling? You were rolling
I rolled persuade and then I needed a 16.
Yeah, so persuade is 2. So you rolled 2 six-sided dice, okay? And you got 6 total. Then you're also rolling something called a feat die, and you always roll that. You can even if you don't have any dots in a skill, you can always just roll the feat die and hope for the best. That technically in real life is a 12-sided die. I have one here that I can show. And the way it works is oh, that's weird. I'm looking at this. I have the die here. Is that a misprint? I feel like that's a misprint. Interesting. They misprinted it. How funny. Okay, well, anyway, it's a 12-sided die. Let me make sure. I'll do this like a makeup tutorial. Put my hand behind it. Anyway, it's a 12-sided die. And what it has is it has numbers 1 through 10. And then it has the Eye of Sauron. And then it also has Gandalf's rune. Okay.
Okay.
And then the misprint is it should say 1, but it actually says 11, which is hilarious.
Oh.
You can't roll a 1 on this one.
Wow.
Apparently not. Anyway, so you roll the feat die and you add if it's 1 through 10, you add that to the d6 total that you've just generated. So in Fenn's case, you rolled a 6 on your feat die. So you rolled 6 between your two 6-siders and then a 6 on the feat die. That equals 12, which is still not enough to hit that target number 16. The Eye of Sauron just counts as 0. So it basically means you're not adding anything off that feat die. Sometimes it has other effects too, as you might imagine. The Gandalf rune means automatic success. So regardless of what you rolled on your 6-sided dice, you just succeed. Period. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So presumably it will tell you if you roll the Sauron or the Gandalf rune. We'll find out. So that's how that works. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very straightforward, pretty simple. There's other like triggered effects. We'll cover those as they come up. But
all right.
Now, one last thing actually is that on your character sheet, sometimes you have your checkbox, meaning you have a favored skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's something that's favored.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, you're rolling 2 feat dice and you're picking the better of the 2. It's like having advantage in D&D.
Oh.
It does it automatically for you.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Stealthy boy.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, cool. So, who
man,
would
my
like to
my
try and
6-sided dice are
persuade?
rolling like crap. Look at that.
I
Yeah.
know.
On 3d6,
That's
I got
terrible.
a 6.
Yeah.
Oh my god, awful.
That's-
Get him out now. Get him out
I
now.
know.
Right, is like woof. So my persuade is 2. I have 2
Better than
done.
mine.
I also have 2, but I was gonna let Oda do it since she was the one talking.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
I was just gonna
You know?
menacingly hold my axe and see if that worked.
do you really want to threaten your patron with bodily harm?
We'll let the hobbits. They seem to have another plan. Let's see what they've got. We'll keep mine as plan B.
I feel like Oda's like reaching for the handle of the axe. It's like, okay, wait, like wait a second.
We don't know what this dwarf is capable of.
Yeah, exactly.
Shall I try to persuade him, or would you like to try first?
Right. Yep. Exactly that. So I look at Finn, I'm like, he has a stash, like
Oh, that's good for it.
yeah, so like
Bilbo's secret stash.
Yeah.
right, of many things.
We could
So yeah, what?
let's just double team it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, Bilbo, how much do you want this map? I mean, if you're willing to send the 3 of us with potentially having to break in, surely you would assist us with anything, right?
You're such a generous patron, Bilbo.
Yeah. Melly, can you think of anything that would help us get through the door for a nice dinner?
I think the finest vintage would do. And if anything, if we might even find a finer vintage in the Maltham house. Yeah. Maltham house. Matham. Sorry, not Malthus. Oh my God.
No, not Malthusium. It's not the Malthusian
Jesus
house.
Christ. No, never. Sorry. So
So-
Matham house. So let's yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll find an even finer vintage and we'll keep our eyes peeled for that. Don't you think that's worth the exchange, Mr. Baggins?
Okay, so what you can do here is you can roll your persuade. Now, one of these triggered things I just referred to is distinctive features. Okay.
Yes.
I'm seeing that Melilot has a fair-spoken
I am
distinctive feature.
fair-spoken. Yes.
Okay. So if you have a distinctive feature that can apply to the role that you're making, that gives you inspiration. And when you are inspired, this brings up hope points. Okay. So you can say, I want to spend a hope point on this roll. And you deduct a point from your hope. So like actually I see you have current hope set to 0. That's incorrect.
Yeah.
All right. Current hope is actually equal to your hope rating there. Okay. So you would spend a hope point, and normally that would add an extra d6 to your roll. However, if you're inspired, spending 1 hope point adds 2d6 to your roll.
All right. So
Done
I'm
and done.
successful. So I was just saying, like, yeah, like I might be able to find you a nice vintage in
In
return,
exchange.
in
Yeah.
Mhm.
exchange for taking this your prized bottle.
Oh, very well, very well. You're right. You're right. Whatever it takes to get this map back. And if you think this would be helpful, then who am I to say? Worst case scenario, you don't need it at all, and you can bring it back to me unharmed
Right.
and not uncorked, still corked.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Uh-huh. That's how it works.
We'll see.
Hmm. All right. So
All
I'll
right.
nod happily to Fen and Oda and so can we locate this bottle and
Yes,
add it
yes.
to
So
our
he
pack?
toddles off down to the wine cellar, retrieves a dusty bottle,
Hmm.
hands it over to you, and you wrap it up so it'll travel nicely, and be on your way.
Okay.
All right. So it's an overland journey. You're gonna have to cross a river. Um, how do you want to travel? Is it are you just going on foot, leaving the horses and the dog behind? Do you want to bring any of the animals with you? What do you want to do?
Hmm.
I
Maybe
think
part, yeah, what do you think, Fen?
I'm sorry. I was thinking we should bring the everything.
Yeah.
I've got a concept of a plan forming.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think parsnip could also be used to distract the dog, like the big dog. Like we could
Yeah.
distract it with this little dog. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a plan brewing, I'm all for it. I think we should bring everything too, because there may be some other things that we could find that we want to take back um with us. So, all right. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah,
Mhm.
good pack animals.
Mhm.
All righty. Okay then. So you set out. And it's still, early enough in the morning. You get a good start. And you have a pleasant walk up to Overhill,
Mhm.
and you turn west, make your way out over the orchards that border this little hamlet,
Mhm.
and eventually reach the water. Not the
Mhm.
river, the water, as the river is called. Um, Normally a fairly um, slow moving stream, now swollen and moving with some alarming speed due to the recent rains. So you find yourselves standing at the banks of this swollen stream, watching as the choppy water goes churning past.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, yeah. Uh-oh. Um, hmm. So there's no ferry, there's no, I mean, how do we
Nope.
nothing.
Mm.
Hmm.
Is it forested?
Not particularly. There are some trees and shrubs that grow down near the water.
I mean, what's an adventure without the little setback? Uh,
Absolutely.
and we would not have been chosen for a quest such as this if we weren't able to think on our feet, right?
It's true. Yes.
So there is a bridge, I think, farther down. We could just deviate a little bit, cross the
Okay.
bridge,
Yeah.
I
I
think.
think that might be good. Is that a bridge? Let me
Let's
look.
see. The nearest bridge would be back in Hobbiton, which would sort of defeat the purpose
What?
of your detour.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Never
Whoa,
mind.
whoa, 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 whoa. We just tried. Hold on. All right, there's got to be a way.
What if we all wore like hats? They wouldn't know
Hmm.
it was us. Plus, we're not even coming from his home anymore. We're coming from up water.
right.
No, we got to keep moving forward, I think. I think that's what we're supposed to do.
Generally, yes.
Okay, good.
Progress implies forward motion
Good. Okay.
as
As opposed
opposed
to
to returning to where we started and then going farther back from there
Right.
to proceed.
but if we return, we'll have more food.
Oh my God.
Well, Oda,
So
do you
how
have some
big is
kind of
this stream across
Yeah,
again?
how wide is it?
It's a bit too. It's definitely too wide to jump. But not so wide. Maybe I don't know, 10 yards.
And if I'm on like a giant Clydesdale draft horse, do you think
Yes.
the horse could cross it on horseback?
There's a good chance. Absolutely. Let's see here. Find the section on horses again here. I think it was at the end of the character creation section. Okay, let's see. And standards of living, and so forth. Skills, yes. Horses, somewhere. I remember seeing them. Okay, here we go. When traveling, all player heroes gain number of points. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Each pack animal, sure. Um, all right. So this is more on the lines of what can horses carry and how much do they reduce your fatigue by? So basically, I think what it would come down to, because there's no like riding skill or anything like that, the athletic skill is kind of your catch-all for any kind of like physical feat. And so we can definitely,
Okay.
presume that, yeah, a hardy dwarven pony of Clydesdale-like proportions could definitely swim the river. So if you want to um, get on the back of the horse and try and swim it across the water, I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Okay, but then I don't want to leave the hobbits alone on the bank. Okay, look, can we tie a rope to them? I don't
what a brilliant idea.
know.
Great idea. Just drag us along. Uh, so we have our pony, which I think the pony could probably, I think Muffin could swim.
Yeah, for sure. You can both get on Muffin's back with the dog and also make that
Mhm.
effort yourselves.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Do you want me to take Muffin on my horse?
Parsnip. Maybe you should carry Parsnip, and I'll just
Okay.
the hobbits will just hold on to each other, and like
Yeah.
pray that we don't fall off. Like so, yeah. So I think collecting all of it, the visuals are crazy. So I think yeah. So I think we have also like a little sack for Parsnip that Parsnip fits into that we could like carry.
Like a little
Yeah.
saddlebag or
A saddlebag and or like a little backpack that he like fits or she
mm,
fits into.
right,
And that way she can like have her head out and like look, but then be cute.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
so so I think we'll hand
Yeah.
Parsnip over to Oda and just be like, if you carry her, like just yeah, she's easily slung around. Um and then we'll just travel over with Muffin and do our best. I have no athletic dots, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll handle the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Literally piggybacking off of Fed's abilities here.
Nice. Okay, good.
All right.
right.
Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead with these athletic rolls. Let's start with Oda and see how we go.
Oh my
And I just
God.
click the dice next to the athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't get any bonus dice, right?
You know
It'll
what?
factor it in, right?
Give yourself
Oh.
one die because you've got a nice sturdy horse that's helping you.
Oh my God. Oh,
Ew.
no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, one
no,
away.
horse, no!
And
Oh my
how
God.
about Fen's efforts?
Oh God.
And
Yeah.
you can spend a hope point
Please.
if you want. So
I hope we get across.
I missed that by one.
I know. No!
Oh my God!
Fails. Both fail.
Oh,
no, ours
terrible.
was worse than that. Ours was like
Terrible.
9 away.
I didn't
Yeah.
add the bonus die because our horse isn't as big. We have a pony.
Exactly.
No, it's a
Exactly.
pony. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pony.
Uh,
So
Also, look at the
Oh
target
my-
number I needed.
that's insane.
17. No fair. So are we just swept
Okay.
away? Like,
No,
what's-
yeah, and you've drowned, and that's the end.
No,
Sorry.
I
They
mean,
said we
hey,
couldn't be hurt.
I know.
So the current is indeed much stronger than any of you were anticipating, including the horses. So your horses get sort of turned sideways, and they start to buck a little bit. They don't like it, and so all of you basically get dunked. All of you sort of find yourselves slipping and sliding off the backs of your horses, and then you're clinging onto their manes for dear life as the horses sort of swim back onto the shore that you started from.
No,
And now all of you are just absolutely soaked and
No.
spluttering and coughing and miserable.
oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Going
that
back
is-
towards the bridge. Terrible idea. Absolutely right.
I'll let
Oh,
you
no.
all make a scan roll though,
Oh.
as you are going undergoing that whole tribulation.
Is parsnip okay?
Parsnip is
has-
okay, of course.
Okay, shaking off again.
Yes.
I have nothing
Oh
on.
my
I have
god.
nothing
Yeah.
in scan.
I'm on a
Jesus.
roll.
Oh my gosh!
A 1?
What?
That's
Hold on.
terrible.
If I don't have any skill in it, I can't roll it, right? I
No,
mean-
you can.
That's what I just
That's
did.
what
Oh,
Ben just
shit.
did.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Wait, I have to look
Terrible.
at this.
All right.
What the heck? Okay, let me see what I can do. Let's
I think
just
we've
pray
had one
for-
successful roll since we started.
Roll a Gandalf rune. Come on now.
We're gonna pray for a miracle. No bonus die. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use hope for this. Can I?
Yeah, if you'd like.
I'm going to,
Okay.
and that's what I got. A failure.
Jesus.
Wow, target number 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're brand new.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that did not go well. So we don't know
Yeah.
we're just too cold
And I have
and
3 dots by my scan, by the way. Like,
That's ridiculous.
What? What the heck? No. All right.
Anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Okay.
So no, we don't see whatever it is that's coming for
Whatever
us.
it is you're,
Too
perhaps
busy trying to
capable
dry
of
off
seeing.
parsnip. I'm like pulled
Exactly.
off one of the spare cloaks, just
Yeah.
drying her off.
of course not.
And then I'm like,
Tell
oh
me
no,
okay.
all of our food.
No,
Yeah.
food! The
Yeah.
wine. I find the wine, the
Yeah.
bottle of wine though.
The wine's
Okay.
okay.
Wine's
But
okay.
all the baked goods are now soaked.
Oh,
It's disgusting.
We'll starve.
oh my God, this isn't
We
going
must surely
well.
starve.
I know. Well,
Mhm.
so does anyone have any rope?
If
Has
you've
it
got
seemed-
a dot in craft, then yes, we can assume you have some rope.
I have rope in my supplies.
Oh, you do? Even better. Okay.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it,
I
if it
have
will
2 dots in craft.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay. So my character sheet is acting up. Okay, there it is. So I have 1 in craft. Okay.
Okay. And you have some rope.
I'm also nimble. I'm just wondering if we could figure out a way, if there's any rocks on the opposite side, that we could tie the rope, lasso it, and try to hook it over a rock on the other side and use it to pull ourselves across.
There's rocks, there's shrubs, there's even, like I say, some trees that are down near the water line,
One of us might have to swim across and connect to some shrub or tree on the other side, and then send the rope over so you can pull yourself through.
Hmm.
It might help the horses. I don't know. What do you all think?
It sounds better than going all the way back.
Does it?
I don't know. I mean, I can try. I don't have any athletics though, and
No,
So you're
Melly, the last
volunteering
thing
to
we want to
drown
see
yourself.
is you wash down the waterway.
I know.
Yeah.
Shall I try?
Maybe.
You could
Yeah.
certainly try.
I like one
absolutely.
athletic dot. It's
Maybe
not
you
my-
can actually maybe I've heard of tricks where you can take a rope and
Mhm.
throw it and have it hook onto something.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try something like that.
That's yeah, like throwing the rope
Yeah.
across.
On a tree branch, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
It
Does
could
anyone
spin
have
around itself
points
and
in
anchor.
bows?
I do. And halflings
Oh.
are weirdly good at using improvised weaponry at throwing stuff, so
Yes, that's right. Yeah, normally you would lose one die off your bows skill, but in this case, I don't think you do, if I recall correctly. So.
I don't actually know. I don't know. I remember reading that we're weirdly good
Yeah,
at it.
we are. I do have a 1 in bows
We'll
as
go
well.
with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
And that may actually
Alright.
that may be a one of the little bonus abilities you can buy, like a blessing or distinctive feature or something you can get as you level up. That's one of the Hobbit
okay.
specific ones that makes you really good at
Oh,
throwing
okay.
rocks or something
Yeah,
too.
you have to be yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in that case, you would lose a die.
Okay,
However,
we can still try it. You know what though?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
What do we lose?
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just try it out.
Okay,
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
Finn grabs the rope and he tries to like
Mhm.
tie a little lasso, weighs it down with like a little rock or something and starts spinning it above
Yeah.
his head and
Yeah.
lets it fly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you put in the one. There
Well,
you
yeah.
go.
There you go.
No,
It's
Still
actually
no.
even worse. Somehow
this
worse.
is so crazy. Why? I mean,
Yeah, somehow. It's just this pathetic like sploosh. It just like lands right in the middle of the water. He just like pulls it back in. No, it is much too far. There's absolutely no way anybody could float across this. The water is entirely too wide.
Yes, it's just about bow shot length of width on this thing. So
Okay.
you know,
Shall I try to swim across without the horse
you
carrying the
could
rope?
certainly attempt that. Yes,
Take
absolutely.
this rope.
yes.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Melly and I will anchor ourselves here.
Yes.
We'll hold on to the end of the rope. If anything
Yes.
should happen.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
A Hobbit's
Nothing.
greatest
Yes.
weakness, some
You
water.
can.
I know.
You can spend a point of hope if you would like to add a d6 to your dice
Please
pool.
do that. I beg of you.
Sure.
Please, for
Sure.
God's
I don't know how to.
sake.
Okay.
Under current hope, you would just knock it down a point.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go down to 8.
And then is it, you said acrobatics, athletics?
Athletics, yeah. And then
then
just
I
add a
add-
bonus die.
Okay. Oh, no. That's all I need to do.
Oh, for God's sake,
Yay!
finally.
Big success!
Finally.
I won!
Yes.
I won. It's so
And yeah.
rude.
So it says great success because one of the dice you rolled was a 6. So anytime a success die comes up a 6, that actually like increases your margin of success. So which sometimes gives you like sort of things you can spend those successes on, but in this case it's just kind of saying like, yes, you did this with aplomb, you did this very well. And so I think we can assume, you two hobbits watch as this dwarf just like kind of does this like perfect swim, like right across the river, anticipating the flow of the water, winds up exactly where she's aiming for, comes out, ties the rope off a little sapling, and then the two of you are able to pull yourselves across handily from there.
The animals too.
Yeah. What do the pony and
What-
horse do?
Yeah.
Well, that's a great question. So
Don't even. Come on.
yeah, no, it's kind of a situation of like, so with that great success, essentially like we can assume that extra success is being spent, so to speak, in order to ensure that the two of you can get across. If it had been 2 6s, which would have been, double great success, then we could also include the horses. You can bring Parsnip with you, but otherwise you'll have to leave the horses behind.
Grab the wine.
Yeah, well, we do have that. I don't like that very much. Leaving them behind at all. So what do y'all want to do?
Sometimes you got to leave your
we're
ponies
not gonna-
outside the gates of Moria. I'm just saying.
Oh.
We're not going to swim back across and then
do the whole thing over again.
Yeah.
All
It's a
right.
lot
Well,
of work to get the three of us
We spent
across.
half a day figuring this out.
Yeah. Well, Ben is like shouting across the river before we pulled us all across. It's like, well,
Yeah.
one of us could just go back around towards the bridge and take the horses that way and meet you in the middle. They're looking for two hobbits and a dwarf, not
That's true.
one hobbit with two horses.
If you want to take the risk, you could certainly do that.
okay.
It's up to you all.
Oda, what do you want to do? I mean, these are pack animals to, carry treasure. We're just looking for a map.
It does limit the amount of treasure we can bring home.
Mm-hmm.
I love my horse.
Yes, I know.
Stalwart companion. Reminder of home.
Yes. I don't mind taking the risk and pulling and leading them to the bridge and then going over.
All right,
So I'll
then.
do that. I'll do that.
Take good care of Sleipnir.
I will. Wait, what's the name?
I named him Sleipnir.
Snipnir. I
Snipnir.
love it. I love that.
It's Odin's horse, right?
Yeah, when Loki
Mhm.
turned himself into a horse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm leading these two horses, moving as quickly as I can.
Okay. All
It's me
right.
and Ben heading.
Ben has the wine
Yes.
and parsnip.
Okay.
Yes.
I just have the soggy baked goods and the horses. So off I go. Off I go to the bridge.
Okay. Let's see here. So let's have Melly make a stealth roll
Oh.
to get down through Bag End without drawing attention.
Ammon's a hope.
Okay.
And success. I'm very
Ooh,
stealthy. That's one of my notable
Indeed.
things.
Yes.
you're quite
Favored.
successful. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Very good. So, it's about noon, it's about midday when the three of you are able to meet up again on the road just west of Hobbiton, and continue on your way south over the hills down to the east-west road, and you pick up the road, and as evening begins to gather around you, you arrive in the town of Waymeet.
Okay. So I'm making my way through to the bridge, correct?
Yeah,
Can you describe a little bit of that? Unless you were describing that.
well, I did. You
Oh
you
shit,
all
that
meet
was
up.
I thought that meant okay, sorry. I didn't know if I encountered any other weird things
No, you made your stealth roll, so it was totally
Okay.
uneventful.
Okay, great.
I like
All
to
right.
imagine Bilbo's hanging out, smoking his pipe, and he sees you walk
Yeah.
by with all the animals in the other direction.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's so good. Yeah, so we meander over and I'm walking up with the pony and with the horse
Mhm.
and I see them
Ponies.
waiting. Ponies,
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so Oda's horse is a little more robust than
Yes.
Muffin. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. They
All
seem
right.
friendly enough, so I'll say Oda Shipnir was very, very well behaved. So it went well.
I appreciate the care, and goes up to Sleipnir, puts her head on his head, and is I know, I didn't want to do it. Again, I promise.
Forgive me. Yeah. So, and Muffin seems content. Muffin has no idea. Muffin just knows that they
Yeah.
got wet and is all right. Very affable pony.
Yes.
So yeah, so when we get to Waymeet, what do we see?
Well, what you see is a quite an active evening in this little village. The one of the prominent buildings is the Walking Party Inn,
Okay.
and many tables have been set up outside, right outside the inn. As the days grow longer and the weather being as pleasant as it is, people are taking their evening meals outside. Some lanterns hanging from branches and fireflies dancing out in the gathering gloom, and
Okay.
lots of happy chatter and clinking of glasses and plates and so forth. And so as you're walking up, you see one of the proprietesses of the inn, and she's bringing out another round for some of the locals, and she says, "Welcome, strangers. Go ahead and put your horses in the stables over there, and find yourselves open table, and I'll be with you as soon as I can."
All right. So I'll take the horses over,
Mhm.
secure them, and then run back because I am starving.
All
Uh,
right. And so yeah, you all get seated, and eventually she comes around, and as she's taking down your orders, she says, "So, what brings you all to Waymeet? Where are you from?"
hmm. Our business is our own. No, I'm kidding.
Well, indeed. So, if you want to stay covert, which is probably a good idea,
Oh,
that is going to require a riddle roll in order to conceal your ultimate
well,
ends.
okay. I don't want to like come. I mean, my riddle is three, so I don't want to
I mean, I don't want to
necessarily.
brag, but
It is three, but I feel like we can
Mhm.
just beat under the guise of like we're looking for recipes across the land. We're
Yeah.
making a cookbook, and
What's your
uh,
favorite thing here? Your specialty?
what's your
Yeah,
specialty? Yeah,
yeah. There you go.
exactly.
Diversion.
All
Diversion. So
right,
would
let's
I
get
would use
that riddle
riddle.
roll. Hmm.
Okay, let's do it. And no bonuses. It's not that dire. If it's awkward, it's awkward. And that's an extraordinary success.
Holy
Holy
cow.
Oh.
crap. All right. There you
Nice.
go. Nice. Your luck has
Ooh.
finally returned, it seems.
Well, I'm a little nervous because we really need this damn map. And so, like, talking to a waitress is not what I want an extraordinary success on. Like, I just like,
Well, with the extraordinary success, I'm going to say, I mean, not only do you divert her attention away, she actually ends up coming back around and sitting down and giving you several of her favorite local recipes. So legit, you can
Perfect.
collect some of these recipes for your book.
yes. All right. So,
So,
what are the recipes?
just their local variation of mutton pie and the particular types of ingredients that go into their local ale and so forth. So,
Okay.
hmm
So, we get to, do they have any baked goods that we can take along with us?
certainly, absolutely, they got some
Like,
bread
like, oh, I was
and
gonna say, what else?
I don't know, this time of night.
Pies. I bet they would have a little like
Oh yeah, well
pies.
yeah, pie. I mean that's what's on that's the main course is the mutton pie.
Mm-hmm. They
Um,
have portable mutton pie.
do they? Oh, I see. Like Cornish pasties or
Yeah.
whatever.
So
Right, right. Oh, of course, yeah, absolutely.
I'm getting all the recipes down.
She does give you some bad news though. And I misspoke when I said stables. You just have hitching posts for the horses,
Okay.
right?
They're okay.
But she does have some bad news. There's a group of merchants come up from the south, headed for Longbottom, pipeweed merchants.
Merchants,
Heading
bad
up
news.
to yeah, heading up to
Pipeweed merchants. Hmm.
load up on some barrels of Longbottom leaf, and
Fun.
uh, and so they have taken up the entirety of all available beds at the inn.
Oh, where do you live?
She says, "Well, I live above the inn. However," and she looks around. She says, "Oi, Baldo!" And you see one of these local yokels who's been, pounding him back and
Oh
smoking and
no.
yucking it up. And he comes over, and he's very very earthy hobbit. He's got gnarled hands and
An
deeply tanned
earthy
skin.
hobbit? Oh, what does that
Yes,
even-
even more so. Yes, and
It's little dust clouds following him around. Yeah.
exactly right.
Hmm.
And she says these travelers here, they're going to need stables and lodging. Your old barn should accommodate them, wouldn't you think? And uh and the farmer, scratches his chin. He says, hey, I'll open it up for you. And he kind of gives you all a very appraising look and says, dwarf, eh? uh you know Old Gertrude, she's been much troubled lately by this owl that's taken up residence in the barn. If you all could see to the shooing away of this owl, I'll happily let you spend the night in the barn.
It's a deal.
Yeah, sounds like yeah, yeah. Let me in.
Cut to all of you screaming as you run out of the barn, covered
Yeah.
with
Being chased by this monster.
yeah,
The barn's on fire as well. Yeah.
yeah,
Damn, we're
And
in
then
a
we fall
tight
in the river,
spot.
just like the end.
yeah.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I think that's as I look at Oda and I look at Finn like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Oda
I'll
reaches
do
for
you
axe.
one.
Ooh,
I'll do you one
what?
better, and I'll even pay for your food tonight.
In that case, may I see the menu, please?
More food, more drink. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, as the evening winds down, he leads you south of the crossroads, about a quarter mile, and as you pass by various houses and hobbit holes, you can see up ahead his little farmhouse and his fields. And yeah, he's a bachelor. He lives alone in this little one-room farmhouse, and there's a rather large barn adjoining it.
Okay.
And he says, like I say, as he pulls one of the barn doors open, poor old Gertrude's just not herself these days. And you see a mule over in one of the stalls.
Mhm.
And and as you're taking it all in, you hear from up in the dark rafters, you hear a single "Woo." And at that noise, the mule starts to shiver a little bit in fear.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Poor thing.
I know. So I'll go to the mule and I'll see if it'll let me pet it.
okay. And Baldo says he'll be back with some blankets
More food,
and some
cheese,
something for an evening snack. Yes.
cheese and beer and
Yeah.
some crackers.
We'll
Like,
see. We'll see.
Alright.
Yeah.
So I'm petting Gertrude, right? Is she letting me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm talking to her like, it's okay. Like, you have friends here. Like, because Muffin and does Muffin freak out by hearing that owl?
Um, Muffin's definitely like on alert. Yeah, like kind of sniffing
Oh.
around and looking around.
And Parsnip, when Parsnip heard the owl?
Yeah, the parsnip does not want to come inside.
Oh
Oh,
no! Puppy.
I know I'm new to these parts, but is it common for mules to fear owls? I'm confused.
Yeah. I like a Finn, like,
Loremaster chuckle.
I've never known an owl to be a fearful thing.
yeah,
I
me
mean,
neither.
not to anything other than
I mean, this
rodents.
mule looks scared.
Oda, have you fought many monsters in your treasure hunting days? Beasts, perhaps?
Uh,
A fiend?
A fiend.
I mean, several fiends of the heart, but no, not yet a monster.
Well, we may have to vanquish one this evening. He pulls out his little short sword.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Wait, whoa. So look at the both of you like instantly like, "Grr," and I'm like, whoa. Wait, maybe we should talk to the owl and see what's going on with the owl. Because what is it doing in here? Is it a barn owl or is it like a wild owl?
As you scan the rafters, you see two owlish eyes staring back down at you from up in the shadows.
They
Are
seem like
they?
normal sized.
Yeah,
So
which,
I'll
you
look
know,
up.
You throw a rock
for
at it.
you could certainly try that. Absolutely.
So yeah, so I'm looking at Gertrude still, just kind of seeing like she's shaking and stuff. She's nervous.
A little bit, but your presence seems to be calming her down.
Well, see, I was able to calm down this mule, so maybe we could reason with the owl.
I maybe you
Then
can
didn't
speak
th
out?
maybe. Um, but then like didn't your parents have an issue with the crow before? I remember you telling me about that. How did they get rid of the crow?
I don't know if you're gonna like the answer.
Don't tell me there was a pie involved.
Oh no.
There, no.
All right.
There surely wasn't a pie involved.
Uh, or a
Uh,
spit.
I see three possibilities.
Okay,
Millie
what?
could talk reason to the owl.
Hmm.
You two could throw rocks at it and see what happens. My suggestion would be to burn down the barn.
No, we need to sleep here. We need to sleep in the barn.
Okay.
Well, we have the final like plan C.
What is
Yes,
that?
if nothing
Burn
else
down the
works,
barn,
Burn the
down
barn
the
down the barn.
Yeah.
No, we
Well,
need
let's-
shelter.
Why don't we climb up there and see if it's there's a reason it's nesting up there. Maybe we can
Yeah.
just shoo it away.
Yeah, let's try. We
Try
can
that
talk
as
to
well.
it.
So talking to it would be a courtesy roll.
Okay.
Climbing up there would be a hunting roll,
Okay.
or trying to scare it off would be an awe roll.
Oh. So I mean, my courtesy is 2. What do you all have for courtesy?
We had this exact same.
Okay, so we could
Got
try talking.
one.
1. Okay. I think we could try talking to it first and seeing what it says.
Sure.
Well, Mr. Owl,
Okay.
can you speak?
Yeah.
Mr.
many
Owl.
licks does
How
it
many
take to
licks?
get-
Yeah, exactly.
The world may never know.
Somebody has like a little like a mortarboard
Yeah, a
on
little
and
mortarboard.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like, what the heck? All right. So, but we should
All
try to
right.
talk to the animal. I don't know. Just try to talk to
All right,
it.
Dr. Doolittle, go ahead.
Yeah. So, no, but I think Finn, Finn, if you're willing to talk to it, we have the same courtesy, so.
No,
Why
please.
not? Oh, okay.
You've done well so far.
Oh my God.
other-
Don't be superstitious. You just cursed me. Thank you
Do you
so
want to spend
much.
any hope on this?
Yes, I'm spending hope on this. I don't want to sleep outside. That is my driving.
that is
it's my
your hope.
driving. It's my driving
Yes.
motivation right now.
How do we get
Okay.
back spin hope?
Oh, good
You will get
question.
some back tonight when you rest, I believe,
Okay.
actually. So
Okay.
double check on
All right.
that. But
One
yeah,
on
go ahead in
this.
the meantime.
Fail. So maybe he doesn't like the sound of my voice. So I'll say, "Hello, owl. What can we do to get you out of this barn today?"
So
I don't
So,
think it likes
yeah.
that.
it definitely doesn't like that. It gives another sort of irritated hoot, and it actually flies down straight at your head and sort of dive bombs you, and then flies back up into the rafters.
All right, so I look at
It's an
Fen and I'm
evil
like,
owl.
get the rocks. Get the rocks
Get
out.
the rocks!
Well, what if
You could try talking to it.
maybe it has like a nest or some young up there or something. Maybe we can just relocate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do
I
that.
can't climb that high.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, my athletics are just not great.
Yeah, so
One
chasing it off with rocks or otherwise would be an awe roll, which I don't know.
That would be
Best
shooing,
of
and
that.
shooing it would be athletics, you said?
Mm.
To hunting.
Hunting would be to climb
hunting.
up there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
yeah.
I
And
have a
try to
1 in
grab it or
hunting.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, Finn would know he's not a great climber if it's hunting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've got athletics. I don't have any hunting.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have any hunting.
Athletics would sometimes cover climbing, but in
Yeah.
this case, since you're trying to climb and sort of grab the owl without it, sort of flapping
And a
away from
rogue
you.
would be really
You know what?
useful right now.
It is every adventurer must overcome adversity
Yes.
and defeat their first foe. And in this
Agreed.
darkest of nights, I will take on that task.
I
Oh.
believe in you, Master Hobbit.
And he like takes off his cloak and puts his like a rope in his teeth. And he starts
Mhm.
climbing up the little rafters.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Before he does that, Oda like reaches in the dirt and like
Yeah.
does like a mark on his forehead, like a warrior mark. Yes. He's
The
got
He's a
dwarven
warrior
symbol of
now.
strength.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely spend a hope.
I'm looking at the both of you and I'm like, it's just an owl.
Am I only allowed to spend one, or can I spend multiple hope?
You can only spend one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will spend one.
Let's see. Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, no way.
Oh
Holy-
no. That's by a lot. The
Wow.
target number was 17 and you rolled a 4.
You were definitely hoping for something
Yeah,
better than that.
I was
so.
hoping.
All right, so you climb up into the rafters with the rope, and almost immediately, like you drop the rope once you get up to the top. You nearly lose your footing, and the owl just sort of very irritatedly hoots at you and sort of flaps around your head as if trying to like knock you off the rafters.
I just scramble back down.
Yeah.
It is a mighty beast.
Oh my God.
I do believe this is its territory, and we are intruding.
This is why we need to talk to it some more. So let's just unpack and act normal and then see if we can convince it to leave. If we just kind of like establish ourselves here. Like
Okay.
this is where we're bunking. Just get into it. Get used to it.
Yeah, someone else could try courtesy if you want to try again after a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Burn down
So-
the barn.
No, we need
do
a
we
shelter.
In our trail rations, whatever we're gonna eat for the evening, that when they bring it out, is there any like little meats or anything we could offer
Yeah,
as
or could we
like a
catch a
parlay?
barn mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, mouse.
Parlay with the
Barn
owl.
mouse.
Yeah. question.
Let's see here. No sign of any active mouse activity, sadly, but yeah, Baldo does come back with some leftover bread and ale and a bit of cheese, and deposits it and wishes you a good night.
Melilo and Finn, their hairs are all messed up. They've got like owl feathers stuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we're like reaching for the ale. Like
Yeah. All right,
Um,
let's try it again, and
Mhm.
maybe we can just offer a truce.
yes.
I just like go out and lay out some food in the middle, far away.
Mhm.
We're sorry
Okay.
for disturbing you, Mr. Owl. Mrs. Owl?
Yes. The owl.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh God.
Let's try another courtesy roll. You'll get one bonus die for the food. And if you want to spend another point of hope, and by the way, getting hope points back, you actually have to spend fellowship points, and you guys have 6, I believe. So
Okay.
for every fellowship point you spend, you get 1 point back, which can be distributed. Fellowship points like a pool that applies to everybody, so it has to be a mutually agreed upon decision to
Consensus.
spend fellowship points. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's the only way to get hope back.
During the actual adventure, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they come back, I guess, in between sessions then?
Yeah, you get them back. You get hope back during the fellowship phase, equal to your heart score, and you recover all of your hope points at Yule. Um, yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
So it's actually slower to recover. Okay.
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. I would just take my single bonus die.
Oh God.
Okay.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Extraordinary!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
Look at
Holy
Gandalf.
Gandalf rune
with a Gandalf
too.
rune. Two
Ooh,
sixes and a fucking oh my god.
I
Wow.
forgot that I spoke
nice.
owl. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. So the owl flaps down from the rafters and takes the food up in its beak, but not before giving a what you could swear is a courteous bow.
Oh,
And
Bow
then
back.
goes and then goes
yeah.
flapping out through the open door and into the night. And
I'm gonna
Gertrude gives a
close the
little
door.
bray of yeah, Gertrude gives a little bray of thanks as
Aw,
Parsnip comes trotting in finally. And
aw.
There's something was up with that owl. I'm glad it's gone, but
Me too. The vibe is better now.
mm.
It's much more calm in this barn than it was. Thank you, Finn. You did a great job.
I wish it hadn't taken all of my dinner.
Well, here, you can have my share.
Oh,
They're
thank
so
you.
cute.
So,
All right.
because I had like sneaked a mutton pie from
Oh, perfect.
so here you go.
Nice. Nice,
I
nice.
got two. I got like three little hand pies. So I'm like giving them to Oda and to Finn.
Nice.
All right.
All right. And so yeah, you divvy up the rations and settle in for the evening. And you are awoken a few minutes after the crow of the rooster in the morning as Baldo Bunce throws the doors open, thanks you
Buns.
for your service, and gives you a polite but firm farewell to send you on your way.
Goodbye.
Mhm.
Good luck with your owl.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, it's an all-day walk from Waymeet to Mickle Delving.
Oh my God.
And so you will be arriving as twilight is settling over the town. You would all know, just well, not all of you, but that you hobbits would know that Mickle Delving, being sort of the administrative capital of the Shire, this is where the mayor of the Shire resides.
Mm.
That it is patrolled in the evenings by um, sort of duly deputized law enforcement, I guess, uh, officials called bounders,
Uh,
and so you will have to slip past them as well as somehow gain access to the Madam House.
somehow.
Yes.
Right.
So you yeah, you're standing at a spot where a southward pass leads off from the main course of the East Road just as the sun is setting, and you can get a good look at Mickle Delving upon the White Downs. It's quite a bit larger than Hobbiton. Tightly packed collection of homes built of wood, brick, and stone. Not many hobbit holes in this community. And but you know, it's a community getting ready to bed down for the evening. And yeah, you spot the town hall, which is the seat of the mayor. Um, and then more importantly, of course, south of the town hall is on an adjacent hillock is a large wooden building with a great red round door. Um, and this is the Madam House. And yeah, it is up to you to decide how you want to get in.
Well, I think maybe like we were talking before, I was suggesting I could distract the proprietress, and you two, we could case the joint first though and see like how we can access it and maybe just look at what their routines are. There might be a time a day that's a little more open than now, but it's something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think?
Seems like a wonderful idea, but Oda, you have made illicit entry into places before, right?
I mean, I usually just smash down the door, but yes, I've entered places where people did not want me entering before. But I
And
would not say stealth is my go-to here.
oh dear. Okay.
What if we light something on fire and when they go out to check on it, we take it to the Madam House?
I'm gonna have to object to lighting innocent people's homes on
I have to
fire.
think about that.
I didn't say so, but okay, okay, all right. Melly had an interesting thought.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to just check out and see, like maybe there might be a door or window that's a little less guarded. That
That
might be where you can go, and I can distract her. But I think we can all look for that together first, and then I can knock on her door and just try to.
take this. He hands you the wine.
Thank you. So I have it. Yeah. So I mean, we should have dinner, right? We can ask them for dinner at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to place yourselves at the scene of the crime on the night of the crime, that's totally fine.
We were gonna
Uh,
leave IOUs for any books we borrowed,
we
so that was gonna
were.
happen anyway.
Yeah, I had pockets full of them, but now they're all messed up because of
Ruined.
the water damage.
Oh, that's
There's no
right.
more
Yeah.
paper.
Criminal
Now crumpled up.
It
masterminds.
was a terrible idea anyway. This is fate on our side.
Uh-huh. So, well, we're there at the scene of the crime. Yeah, that's true. Um, I guess just like, yeah, we'll just look and see. And if I don't know, what do y'all think?
I
Yeah,
think
let's look and see what the situation is. How
Yeah.
secure this building is,
Yeah.
what the guarding of it looks like.
that sounds
All right.
wonderful.
Okay. So we're gonna start scoping it out.
What are you doing with the animals?
They're hanging out, being cool.
You're gonna leave them outside of town?
Yeah,
Fine.
I know. I
Now,
know.
Parsnip, we've trained for
Yes.
this. You watch over the horses.
That's right.
This is your solemn duty.
Yes. I'd say almost only duty.
Yeah.
All right. You find a
Parsnip
sort of
agree.
absolutely find an out of the way little copse of trees and
Mhm.
tie the horses up. Leave Parsnip to look after them and begin descending into the White Downs towards the town as candlelight flickers to life behind windows. And I will need each of you to pass a stealth roll to slip past the bounder patrols.
So
Okay.
I have the cloak that gives me a bonus die on stealth.
That's
I just add that
right.
as a regular bonus die.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Nice.
Also,
Ah,
well, nimbleness, did you succeed? You succeeded. Yay.
Mhm.
All right.
So
Great
they're the most dice I'm
success.
ever gonna roll. So I better have succeeded.
Yeah.
All right, 2d12s and 46 better
Wow.
succeed.
Wow. Oh, shit.
I still only managed to get a 20.
Only.
So if I have my stealth, nimbleness does that apply to stealth?
Not I would say nimbleness is more like trying to pick a lock or balance on a beam or something
Got
like
it.
that,
Okay. All right. So submitting mine, and that is
Nimblitude.
a great success as well.
mm.
It's
No
down to the
pressure.
dwarf.
No
I
pressure.
know. None. None
Okay.
whatsoever. Oh, no,
So-
that's a fail.
This is fine. This is fine because
Oh,
the two. Remember, I said you can spend those great successes on things.
Oh, that's
So
right.
one of the
Oh.
things you can spend a great success is to cancel another character's failure.
yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
I'll spend mine.
The failed roll is considered a success. So there you go.
Yay.
And there was another great success, and you can spend that to go quietly. You achieve your goal noiselessly or without otherwise attracting attention.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So there
That
you go.
works.
Spin them both.
Yeah.
So like a couple like hobbits do, you are the night. You are the shadows. And you know bypass the borders and or the bounders, I mean, and and find yourselves within spitting distance of the Matham house. So
All right.
what would you like to do? You see a pathway leading up to the great round red door. There is, of course, um the what do I want to say? Um let's see. Oh yes, that's all you can see from here.
Oh, the door.
The door.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. You can see a small skylight in the roof.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll be like, hey, what do you think?
Perhaps you're not remembering any of the last times we tried to go up.
Vertically.
Look, it might be the
Look,
only
man.
way in. It might be the only way in.
What about the door?
Well, okay, why don't you all work on that and I can work on the door?
There a back door?
Well, yeah, good question.
Do you want to do a perimeter, little perimeter
Yes,
sweep?
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
let's,
yes. Doing a sweep, doing a sweep.
All right, so
Not
you
gonna
walk
say
around
places
the
is
base
my
of the hill.
specialty, but the front door is often not the first
Yeah.
choice.
So yeah, you walk the perimeter of the hill, and indeed you can see on the sort of the backside of the hill there is a what looks like maybe like a cellar door kind of set into the hill itself, downslope from the house, probably accessing some kind of basement or cellar under the house.
That's our entry point, yo.
Okay.
It's on dog duty.
Oh,
The
I
fearsome
have the bottle of
guardhound.
wine. Yeah, the
Do
dog.
we have any more of those pasties?
We do.
That's
It's like
true.
one
You did pick
left.
those up. You were saving it for later tonight, but
Yeah, I
all
was,
right,
but
fine.
it's for the greater good.
Yes.
So, yeah, I have one of that. I have the bottle of wine. I can give you the pasty, Oda, if you want to use it to distract the dog. Are we assuming the dog's in the house or the dog's outside?
You've seen no sign of a dog outside, so
Oh,
presumably
shoot.
it is in the house.
So I think somebody needs to be on getting this cellar door open.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else needs to be on dog distraction duty.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. So I do have nimbleness, so if that's more for like lock picking and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Can we test the door to see if it's locked first?
yeah, let's
Hmm.
check.
You try the door and it is unlocked. These trusting fools.
Oh. Okay, well, that was a freebie.
Mm.
What could go wrong? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. right.
Do we have light sources handy? Does anybody have a lantern or anything of that nature?
Let's see. Mm,
I don't think so.
mm,
I only have useful items. We don't really have gear per se.
Yeah,
yeah.
true. Useful.
So no.
Right, effervescent personality.
Sparkling wit.
Yeah, light up a room. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, that does raise an interesting question. Maybe one for John next time. Is like, how do we handle like gear? Like, how do we handle the question whether someone has a lantern? Do we just assume that you do, or is it like something you actually have? I
Well,
don't
I
know.
know we wrote down things because I wrote down rope, food, bedroll, and
Yeah.
seasonings, in
Oh, okay.
addition to parsnip, who is part of the useful items, parsnip, and a flint and steel. So if you want, if there's any torches nearby, I could use my flint and steel to light it. I don't know.
Can we craft a torch with like a branch and
Yeah,
Possibly.
sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's look around
absolutely.
and find, yeah, get
Yeah.
something.
Whoever wants to make the craft roll, let's get it
Let's see
done.
here. Let's see. Yeah, I have a craft. I do have craft.
I have 2
So,
dots in craft.
yeah. So Oda, I defer to you in terms of making a good torch.
Can make the best torch.
The
I'm not adding
bestest.
anything to this, right? Because I'm not using hope.
Right.
Right.
Correct.
Looking on it and
Mm-hmm.
great
Yeah.
success!
Oh,
Woohoo!
Whoa. Nice.
Back in the
Okay.
mountains, they used to call me Oda Lightmaker of torches.
So yeah, so I'm listening to every word, like, oh, like really believing all of that.
Oh.
Like, whoa. Um, so the torch is made, the flint and steel are used, and we have elimination.
Okay. You get it done in swift time. You hardly lose any time at all. And yeah, you light up the torch and head into this what turns out to be cluttered, narrow underground basement filled with all kinds of forgotten trinkets and thick cobwebs.
Oh,
Um, the light of the
uh-oh.
torch does startle the rats that have taken up residence down here.
An owl when you
Um,
need it.
What?
indeed,
Where's an owl when
indeed.
you need it?
Well,
I'm gonna close the door behind us to make sure the light's not spilling out
yeah,
Right.
behind us.
smart.
So the rats start squeaking quite a bit.
God,
Mhm. Um, so let's see, who's holding the torch?
I'd say Oda is.
All right. Not great, because stealth is not one of Oda's specialties, but I will need a stealth roll
Oh my
from Oda,
God. You're
please.
punishing us for doing things.
Oh no, the consequences of our own actions.
Yes.
No!
Oh no.
Damn. All right. So yeah, so there's just a lot of squeaking going on.
Oh
And
God. Shut
and
up. Shh.
it seems to have the noises seems to have reached up through the floorboards because you start to hear something padding around upstairs.
Oh, does it sound like 2 feet or 4?
Four.
Oh. All right, we gotta look. We gotta look around fast.
It's probably
Um,
upstairs.
It's probably
but
upstairs.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, almost
This is
certainly.
yeah.
You can see a
Almost.
trap door in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Um, and there's a massive pile of antique pots and pans directly underneath.
Oh.
So if you're going to access the trap door, you're going to have to move those pots and pans.
How can we make this as loud as possible?
Anybody
Even
want to try the
louder.
front door?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Let me okay, so I'm looking at all of this. And so I
Mhm.
say, like, do you think you can move these? I can go up to the front door and like be a visitor there and distract them.
Well, they're in different houses, I believe,
Oh,
right?
they
Yeah.
are, aren't they?
Yeah. So there shouldn't be anybody in this house except for
Except
the
the
dog.
dog.
So
I will distract the dog with the
you take
pie.
the pasty, yeah,
Yeah.
and I could move the pots and pans and climb up. Oda and I can go in.
Okay, so I'll go back to the front. I'll go around to the front. So
Okay.
off I
Okay.
run.
All right. So you head back up and around. You try the front door. It also is unlocked because that's just how they roll around here.
Oh.
And you
Ooh.
push the door open. What?
Yeah. No, I have an idea, but let me know what's gonna happen.
All right. So you push the door open and you're looking into obviously like the sort of the front parlor, front hall. of the Madam House, and already it's very overwhelming because there's just, every wall is like floor to ceiling shelf units, just crammed full of stuff. Every horizontal surface, table, dresser, drawers, everything, more stuff piled up. And there is a hearth with a low fire burning. You see a dog bed in front of the hearth, and a dog dish with the name Firework written on the side.
Oh.
And then you see it, the dog, coming around the corner into the room. It was patrolling around, having heard the rats downstairs, and then it heard the door opening, so it's coming around the corner, and it is a fearsome Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh, what?
And it's about to start barking, so,
Okay,
do your thing.
I'm gonna run up to it. I'm gonna give it a piece of the pie,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna lead it to the front door
Mm.
and
Yeah.
try to lead the take it to the
To
front
get it
door
out of the house.
to get it out of the house and close the door behind it.
Okay. All right. So this would be
Oh,
another
actually,
courtesy
no.
roll? Yeah.
Can I pick it up?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to feed it and lead it to the door. I'm gonna pick it up to take it outside.
Okay. So
Okay.
another courtesy roll
Courtesy.
to keep it from excitedly barking and whatnot.
Oh God.
Give
Okay.
yourself a bonus die for the food for sure.
Okay.
And then
I'm
if you want
gonna.
to spend a point of hope, of course, you can do
I
that.
am gonna do that. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So 2, and
There we
that is a
go.
great success. All right. So I scoop it up.
Nice.
And
All
I'm
right.
just talking to it quietly, like, nice little firework. You're so
Yeah, so
good.
it's like panting happily as it like like eats the little morsels that you're feeding it.
Okay. All right.
However, I'm going to say that we still need the stealth roll downstairs because that's happening simultaneous to this.
Yes.
So if there's a
Absolutely.
great crashing and
Yeah.
clattering, firework is going to go off. So
No go.
Okay.
Oh my God.
uh, Finn has like taken off his cloak and put it down to gently lay pots and pans
Yeah.
on it, trying to
Smart.
quietly do stuff. So I'm going to spend a hope to do this as well.
I
Okay.
love that.
Oh no!
Oh no! You got the
What?
Sauron. You
I
got
got
the
the
Eye of Sauron.
Oh.
Yeah. So, despite your best
I rolled it
efforts,
twice. I rolled
I
it
know.
twice.
Wow.
it was favored. You rolled
That's
double
favored.
Eye of Sauron. Holy shit!
It was destined.
That is the worst kind of luck.
He's
Oh
just
my god!
he's like reaching. It's the pile is too tall, and
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
reaching, and it just tips a pot off the top,
Yeah.
and he catches it, and then the rest of it just tumbles down on the other side of him, just as loud and cacophonous as it could be.
Oh
And he just
god!
gently sets the one he caught down on the blanket.
Very much giving like Pip
Yeah. Yeah.
Gloria
Like,
the
oh,
well.
uh-huh. That.
Maybe they didn't hear it.
So yeah, there's just this like
Oh.
crashing sound as all these like copper and iron pans and pots go crashing down, and yeah, like you're Melly, you're heading towards the open door, and it's just like clank, 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 clank,
And I'm just like-
and of course the dog is like So
So I'm gonna throw the dog outside. I'm gonna throw it outside, close the door,
yeah.
and I'm gonna start looking for this map. I'm just gonna start running around here, just looking all over the place if I can find the map.
Okay. So the immediate effect of the dog going off like that is that all of you, your blood freezes and the sense of urgency overcomes you. And
Mhm.
so all of you automatically lose 1 point of hope due to the fear of being discovered
Oh.
in the act. So
God.
all right. So you are going to start looking right away. So let's have you make the first roll, and that would be scan.
Oh, I have nothing in scan.
Cool.
Uh, Okay.
Can spend hope or just hope to roll a Gandalf rune, basically.
Well, I mean, yeah, I am gonna spend a hope. Might as well.
Okay.
And I am going to scan and attempt.
Oh, and you're keen-eyed, so actually that'll be worth
I
two
am keen-eyed.
dice.
Okay,
That'll
thank
be
God.
worth
Thank
two
you for reminding me.
dice.
Yeah, keen-eyed, fair-spoken, and lore something about
Folklore.
lore.
Yes.
That's
Something
right.
about lore.
And that is a feat
Yeah.
success. I rolled a Gandalf rune.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Uh, wow.
All right. So
Running around.
this is an extended task. So what we need are 3 successes total. So that'll be the first one. Obviously, if you roll great successes, those add additional ones.
Okay.
So theoretically, this could be done in just one more roll if somebody rolls some sixes. But yes, at this point, Fen and Oda come clambering up from the
Yeah.
trapdoor. You can hear firework outside, kind of like running around every portal, every window and door, and barking. So you have very limited time to get your map and get out of here.
Right. Okay, so I'm scanning, looking around. So I'll say, help me look for it.
All right,
So,
let's get some scan rolls.
If
oh
I have
my
3 dots for scan, do I just hit the dice? Does it add them automatically, or do I have to add
Yeah,
them?
it'll roll them for you. Yeah, and
I'll roll.
yeah,
I'll look.
let's see. Okay.
Ooh,
Nice. There we go.
Yes.
All right. So that is a success with a great success. So that counts for 2 more. So Oda, of course, the treasure hunter.
Yes. I love it. Uh-huh. That's right.
um, after just a little bit more looking, you know, your instincts are honed so that you understand that if it was in an obvious place, it would be obvious. So you got to look in the least obvious place. So you're sort of like looking under some books and other like trinkets, and you see just a little corner of something that might be a map, and you move a few things, and you gently pull it out, and sure enough, this has to be it. It's a big,
Mm.
like 24 by 18-inch map, very detailed, rendered with tons of annotations on it. It has to be the old Tukes map.
Nice.
I roll it up and I throw it in my pack.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
guys, we have very limited time. Is there anything else we want to look and find?
I think we
Uh,
should cheese it.
yeah, we should cheese it.
Okay, all right.
As much as I wish if my scan was better, I'd say yes, but I might just
Yeah.
grab something random. Could I just grab something randomly and just
Sure.
like put it in my bag and then later find out
Yes.
what it is? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna grab something off the shelf, just like and then like run to the basement. Well, we want to escape through the basement, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Give me a feat die roll for that grab.
okay.
So
And
just roll your scan since you don't have anything in it.
right. Okay, let me do that. Boo-boo. Ba-ba-ba. Do-do-do. Yada yada.
Okay. All right.
Failure. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So we're running
All right.
out.
So you grab
Yeah.
something.
Hmm.
And then yeah, the 3 of you go hustling out the basement door. You can hear firework barking away. As you're making your way out of town, you can see the lights coming on in the Slowfoot's house, and the sound of Malva, coming out and being like, "Hey, firework! How did you get out here?" And so forth. So, but yeah, you get the hell out,
Yeah.
and essentially find your horses, make your way away from Nickel Delving, and fortunately, the journey back much less eventful. By the time you get to Waymeet, there's room at the inn. The
Yeah.
pipeweed merchants have moved on. So you
guys.
spend a congenial evening there, and then head back to Hobbiton. And of course, Bilbo is waiting for you. He throws open the door like a pop gun, and he can tell already from your grinning faces as you come up the walk that you found it. And he says, "Wonderful, simply wonderful. Please come in, and we'll need to review my grandfather's map quickly tonight. if we're to set off on our next adventure. This remarkable find of yours makes me believe I'm quite ready for another one.
Oh,
And
Yes, yes.
and
yay.
so Baggins unlocked. And so we'll we'll take a quick brief break and we'll head into the next scenario in which Bilbo will accompany you
Oh no.
on the next adventure.
3
Um,
hobbits.
but I will say that within a couple days, the news is all over the Shire that someone broke into the Matham house in Mickle Delving and took something, although nobody knows exactly what it
Uh,
is.
oh.
And I'll say for for Mel, your item that you grabbed. Um, I had you roll the fate die or the feat die to see, if you had rolled a Sauron eye, it would have been something bad. If you'd rolled a Gandalf eye, it would have been something good. You rolled a 4. So it was probably just something, just like a trinket. So like whatever you feel is appropriate, like maybe a broken pocket watch or a pie server or something,
Mhm.
A very dull butter knife.
Yeah,
a very
exactly.
dull butter knife. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. All right.
Okay.
So we will pause
All right.
and meet back up in 5.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty.
But yeah, oh,
There
we're
we go.
we're playing a game.
We are playing a game in a made-up world
Yes.
where the shadow is rising. All right,
Oh.
so yeah, you brought the map back for Bilbo, and he sort of extended his offer. Please, stay as guests at my house for as long as you like.
He's being
And
awfully
Expect
nice
some
to
sort of
us.
payment.
Yeah.
right, yes, exactly. All right, yeah, we can look that up actually. But I noticed you have like treasure points on your character sheets.
Oh, you
That's
do. You did notice that. How convenient
did
for
notice that.
us.
So we might have to defer the answer on that one. But
Wait, what? What?
well, till
No, we
next
need
week.
it.
Till next week.
Oh, okay.
We could just assume that you were compensated, and I'll figure out what the hell that treasure space means. But
Yeah.
anyway, in the meantime, just assume you were well compensated,
Okay.
and that includes, of course, staying at Bag End, which is kind of living in the lap of luxury. I mean, Bilbo's loaded. He's one of the 1% for sure. So
Oh my God. What
he's
the
got all the
hell?
amenities, and furthermore, he's not really around very much because he sort of locks himself in his study to start hyper focusing on the map that you brought back.
Hmm.
And
So he was looking at this map. Oh, can I look in my bag to see what trinket I received?
oh yeah, certainly.
Or I stole,
Yes.
sorry.
He received.
I
It just
mean,
passively fell into my possession
maybe just
somehow.
I received it from the universe. How about that?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Manifesting is what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah, I'm
You're
manifesting.
manifesting. Yeah, you just thought about it hard enough.
Yeah.
I'm
And
part of the Hobbit manifestation gospel bullshit. Yeah, that's me. I'm
Secret.
just thinking it into
Secret.
existence. This the
That's what our
elven
actual
is
book is. We're writing the Hobbit version of Secret.
Yeah.
no,
Oh God.
no,
I
no.
Busy
actually heard that
yourself with the
shout from the other end
treasure.
of the
That's what you gotta do.
My God.
house.
All right. So
Let's
what
see.
did I get?
Let's see here. Looking for a good trinket generator here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Trinkets. Okay, that's stupid. No.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
What happened?
uh-huh. No. Oh, there we go. So you got a nicely carved little wooden box, and it's filled with different size buttons.
Oh, a
Mhm.
box of buttons.
I would low key in real life be very excited
I
about
know,
this.
me too. I mean, I'm like,
Buttons.
what the hell?
The box is good enough, but then all the buttons? Are you kidding me?
Buttons,
Oh
dude.
my God.
A
Sold.
box, oh, buttons. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So I'm
Uh-huh.
looking at my treasure, and
Hmm.
I think I might give some to Oda for all of the help.
Hmm. Some of the nicer buttons.
Yeah.
Yes.
For work well performed. Here.
You get a button, a button, a button.
Here's a button carved out of mahogany.
No, there's like multiple buttons. I take like a handful of them and I'll give them to Oda.
All right. Some brass
A little
buttons.
hobbit-sized handful.
I shall treasure thee.
Oh, I'm glad.
Nice.
All right.
So yeah, so it's been a few days, and you're all relaxing one mid-morning, and Bilbo's been in his study as usual. When suddenly, like a cuckoo from a clock, he comes popping out, rushing into the parlor, and he's got the map in his hand. He says, "My wonderful friends, you won't believe what I found on the old Tuke's map. I believe I know where the club of Vanderbrus Tuke is located. Or at least the old Tuke did. Or rather, he thought he did. Maybe he wasn't sure." And he sort of shakes his head like he's been pulling all-nighters,
Yeah.
His eyes look a little red-rimmed. And he says, never mind. I might need to do a bit more research, but I was hoping for, nay, counting on your help once again. After hearing about all your little adventures in Mickle Delving, I'd like a taste of adventure myself. It says here on the map that the Club of Bull Roarer may be somewhere around the village of Oatbarton in a place called Kingsworthy. Exciting, isn't it? So I was thinking, perhaps in return for my generous hospitality, we could take a walk north and do a bit more investigating into the matter. Imagine it, being credited with being the hobbits who found the Club of Bull Roarer Took. Wait right here. I'll run and get you the right gear to suit a proper adventure.
Oh.
And just like that, Mad Baggins... Yes, he's going to come with you, yes.
No. Does this mean like the stick? Does it mean anything else?
Yeah,
the significance.
The club of Bull Roarer Took.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. Let me drop some lore on you. So, yes, Vanderbrus Bull Roarer Took used this massive club to win the Battle of Greenfields and defeat the goblin warlord Gulfimble. Legend has it that one blow from the great club knocked the goblin chief's head off and sent it sailing into a far-off rabbit hole, winning the battle and inventing the game of golf at the same time.
Wow.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So golf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The King's Game.
It's the club.
King's Game. So quietly you said that. The King's Game.
The King's Game.
Somebody's game. All right. So interesting. Let's see here. So he has all of this. He wants to outfit us with for a proper adventure.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared because this might mean bloodshed. There might be some things that we're gonna have to do.
I'm gonna follow after. Master Baggins.
Yeah.
When you say a proper adventure, what do you outfitted? What do you mean?
Well, he went running off down the hall as soon as he finished his little spiel.
Yeah.
But he comes back shortly enough with a little chest, a large chest actually, and plops it down in front of you, and he says, "There you are. Take what you need. There's no knowing where we'll be swept off to." And he turns to dash off again, turns around back to you, almost laughing at his own forgetfulness. He says, "I've muddled my wits staying up all night making a copy of the old Tuke's map. No need to damage the original after all." And he produces this fresh copy and shoves it at you, and then goes running to the front door, throws it open, and he says, "Come on, we'd best be off." So he's in a full manic phase at this point.
Can you unlock the chest?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you get the chest open, and there's basic traveling gear such as cloaks, backpacks, pocket handkerchiefs, other standard supplies, and a few battered weapons. There are also 3 walking sticks that can also serve as clubs, some arrows, a pair of hunting bows left behind by dwarvish visitors, a short sword, an axe for cutting wood, and daggers.
A lot here.
I feel like most of you are pretty well equipped, but if there's anything you want to take.
Oh no, thank you. Very good.
You're fine.
No, thank you.
What else? Wait, what else? Wait, repeat what's in there. There's a lot.
Well, traveling, like basic traveling gear.
Okay.
Um, and then some walking sticks that can be used as clubs, hunting bows and arrows, a short sword, small axe for cutting wood, and a dagger.
I
And
think I'd like a
daggers.
walking stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like a bow and arrow as well? I noticed you have bow, but you don't have the
Oh,
bow.
that's right. Yes, I'll take that too.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right, let me add that to my gear. Let's see. Parsnip, what's Parsnip up to?
Just being parsnip.
Oh my God. Okay. Walking
If you
stick.
want to bring parsnip along, you're going to be heading up to the North Moors, which are slightly
Yeah,
treacherous.
I'm afraid that she might be a little too young for that. So,
Mhm.
what do y'all think? What do you want to do? No.
No, I
Okay.
think leaving Parsnip at home would probably be good.
Okay.
Leave her with family.
That's right. That's
There you
right.
go.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that you're bringing the horses.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Um, okay. Let's see here. All right. So yeah, Bilbo's all set to head out.
Okay.
So you get your stuff together. And oh, I gotta move you over to the next map
Oh,
here. Okay. So yes, to go to Oat Barton, you must first take the road to Bywater to the south, reach the East Road, then enter the East Farthing, leaving behind the Three Farthing Stone, and take the Northway Road to your left. It's more than a leisurely stroll to reach Oat Barton, taking more than 3 days on average. But searching for the fabled club of Bulroar is certainly worth the effort. Okay. So, we're not using the full journey rules yet,
mhm.
but bust out the rules for Hobbit walks here.
Hobbit walks.
If I can get the
Call
booklet
it a
out of the
jaunt.
box. A jaunt, if you will. Yes. This might rise to the level of jaunt, it's true.
Hmm.
Okay. Hobbit walks. All righty. Oh, wait. Wrong book. Damn it.
Oh,
There's 3 booklets in this box. All right. Here we go. Okay. Page 10 of the Shire book. There we go. Okay. I might actually get to roll some dice. It's a very player-facing game. Like players do most of the dice rolls, but there are some times when I, as the lore master, get to make rolls.
right.
All right. It says here, while not ones to push themselves or maintain a steady pace at the cost of pausing for a meal, hobbits crossing the Shire mostly stick to familiar roads and familiar lands, but there are some dangers of curious tween or errant walking parties strays into more untamed lands, even within these borders. All right. So, when a company of hobbits is traveling across the Shire, the lore master must roll on the table below once, using a feat die. All right. Twice if the journey is particularly long. It is. All right. Each entry provokes a gain of fatigue points that each traveler can reduce with the roll of travel. Also, this is where your mounts come in handy because they also reduce your fatigue points. So
Nice.
let me roll first of all to see what happens. Okay. It's a 9 and a 7. All right. So yeah, the first leg of your journey is a quiet walk, a pleasant stroll with nothing adventurous. That's still going to be 2 fatigue points accumulated. And I'll explain fatigue points in a moment, but you can all make travel rolls first to try and reduce those fatigue
Okay.
points.
Right.
Let's see here.
And do the horses add anything to that one? Is that
They will further reduce your fatigue
Okay.
points by 1, but they don't add to the dice roll.
Travel. Here we go. Okay. Is that a fail?
Yeah, we both.
That is a fail.
Okay.
That would be a fail. Yes.
I was like, oh, it failed.
Ow.
Yeah, what did Oda get? I'm wondering. Great success.
A great success. Nice. So we had 2
Yay.
fails and a great success. Well, I guess
Mhm.
I should roll for Bilbo as well here.
Oh, yes, please.
Let's see. He's an experienced traveler himself. Kind of. You'd think he'd have more in travel after going there and back again, but
Yeah.
He's had time to relax back at back end.
that's
That's
true,
true.
actually. You're right. Okay, so he also failed.
What?
Also failed. Okay. So
All right.
All right, so traveling causes player heroes to accumulate fatigue points. Okay. When gained, fatigue points temporarily raise a traveling player hero's total load, effectively making it easier to become weary. Okay.
Okay.
So for Oda, you gained 0 fatigue points because you got a great success there.
Nice.
You're just like, I could do this in my sleep. But the hobbits are like, oh, my aching feet. So let's see here. We had your horses once again somewhere around here. Oh, there we go. While traveling, all player heroes gain a number of points of travel fatigue. At the end of a journey, player heroes traveling with a mount reduce their fatigue total by their beast's vigor rating. Okay.
Oh.
So we're gonna reduce it
Do you
by
happen
2
to have that
after all the
noted?
rolls. Yeah, ours is 2. Both
2.
of us
Okay.
have a 2.
So this will be at the end of the journey. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so
So you've got the 2 of you and Bilbo have 2 fatigue points each.
Okay.
And then yes.
the other question, I noticed that we can like unequip our things like our armor and our shields and store them on our horse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we likely do that while traveling if we're not expecting anything to happen.
True.
So
Yes.
all my equipment is stored on the horse.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah, the shield
and
is
you might need to do that, like if your fatigue plus your load equal or exceed your endurance, that slows you down, it makes you weary. So you can always drop or unequip items to reduce your load and make you not weary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. And however, the second day of the journey goes even better because you find a shortcut. And so the journey takes less time than expected. And once again, we can have travel rolls to reduce your fatigue from this leg from a mere 1 down to 0.
Okay. So are you rolling again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Travel.
Just
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. Sorry.
I have passed a total of 1 roll this entire game.
What the heck, man? Oh,
Well, Melly got
okay.
a Gandalf rune, so
Nice.
that's
I did get
auto.
another one. I had 2. And Oda did, okay, succeeded. Great.
skin of my
Okay,
teeth.
so oh yeah, this is nothing. So Fen and Bilbo both pick up another point of travel fatigue.
Oh no. Okay, so what can we do to boost their spirits? Sing a song or
Well, there is the
Nice.
enhearten skill, but sadly that doesn't help
Yeah.
with fatigue. So
right.
but your mounts will, well, at least for for Fen, your mount will reduce your fatigue by its vigor rating. I guess that would apply to Bilbo as well. So okay. So it's almost midday on the second day of your journey, thanks to your shortcut. You got here ahead of time. You catch sight of the first houses of the village of Oatbarton. So it being spring and this being a bit further north and out on the edge of the moors, it's still a bit nippy up here, a bit chilly. And you are all set for a hearty meal. And yeah, you can you catch the scent of roast chicken and potatoes as you walk towards the center of the town. The hardworking farmers of Oatbarton are gathered in the center of the village for their lunch, sitting at trestle tables under large pavilion tents.
Hmm.
And they see you walking in and wave you in, happy to share the bounty. Good old hobbit hospitality. And as you're walking in, Bilbo says, "Now remember, we're looking for this club. It's in a place called Kingsworthy. I have no idea where that is, but these locals up here might have some kind of an idea. So, ask around, but don't be too obvious about things. We don't want to know. We don't want people to know what we're after. Although, if you can find out information about the club, that would also be helpful. But don't be too obvious."
All right. Does he go away? Does he like walk away?
Yeah, yeah.
Feel like,
He goes looking for the town alderman to introduce himself.
yeah. So I'm just looking at Fen and Oda and like, I mean, what's in it for us
Exactly.
to
That
find
was
this
my question.
to find this club for Bilbo? Like, what is he going to give us in return? Did we talk about that already?
We don't
No.
need stuff, do we, friends? I mean, really, it is the club that defeated the Goblin champion. It
I mean,
created
do we keep the
golf.
club?
And invented golf.
Wait, what did you say, Naja?
I mean, do we keep the club? Do we get to sell the club back?
Well, he gets the club. He wants it for his collection, I guess. I just mean like what can Bilbo do for us aside from a memoir? Like can he just also like I mean he's giving us this experience, it's true. So that's actually
Wait,
fair.
no, he's giving us the experience of working.
Yeah,
You're getting
it's
paid in
true.
exposure.
Yeah.
We're just free interns for Bilbo.
Mm.
Let's see.
Look,
Okay.
this is what
Well,
having a patron's all about.
that's
Patron
right.
gives you
That's right.
adventures to do.
Okay.
Uh,
So let's look at some of these folks. So do I recognize some of these hobbits that like they might be?
Absolutely not. No, this is
Oh,
like you are on the edge of the Shire. You are on the north edge of the Shire. Beyond here are the North Moors, which are just all you know about that is like it's just desert, like deserted, cold, wind whipped,
okay.
ruin haunted terrain,
Hmm.
basically.
delightful.
Indeed. Well, I mean, and in fact, Oda might have traversed some of the countryside around here because there's a lot of interesting ruins to
Hmm.
explore and treasures to be unearthed. So,
Would I have heard of Kingsworthy in my travels?
Oh.
no, I mean, it might be known by another name,
Hmm.
because oftentimes that is the case. But you're not familiar with the name. You might have visited the location unknowingly, but yeah, you've never heard the name.
Okay. So, I guess do you want to just go to a table that looks friendly? And
Yeah.
is Oda the only dwarf there, or are there other?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh.
definitely.
Hmm.
Don't worry, I'm used to it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just like,
And in fact, seeing a dwarf in these parts is even rarer than in Hobbiton and Bywater because, the east-west road at least brings dwarves traveling up and down in that part of the Shire. But up here, eh,
yeah.
definitely a few looks of curiosity. No one's being, hostile or exclusionary. They're just kind of like, oh, it's a dwarf. Don't get too many
Is there
dwarves
like
up
a
around here.
is there like a bar with a bar to keep, or is it just like a restaurant table?
It's more like a kind of rustic fare kind of vibe, just trestle tables with lots of chicken and potatoes and side dishes laid out. It's like a church picnic kind of thing.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Couple barrels of ale on tap, but it's just kind of help yourself. BYON, bring your own mug.
Do I have a mug?
Right.
Do I have a mug?
I think you would, right?
Mhm.
Or like a horn, like a drinking horn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Something tied to your backpack. Absolutely.
So I'll go up
Um,
like
yeah.
give a heaping, like half a chicken.
Yeah.
God.
David's
Some
like, I'm so
potatoes.
hungry.
Gonna be going to BRB, just gonna go get a half a chicken.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
Des, we might have to change our dinner plans. I don't know.
oh dear. Okay. So, yeah, so we're just gnawing away,
Mhm.
just enjoying the company and
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen for anything like Took related, I guess.
Yeah. So you can be like kind of subtly asking around and, just sort of like, yeah. So, like, for instance, for Oda, you could even use your awe skill because people are like, wow, a dwarf, right? And you can kind of be like, yes, that's right. And
Okay.
I've
Wanna
tramped all
hold
over
my
Yeah.
these
hammer?
Yeah,
moors,
what would Oda
so.
what would Oda be saying? I'm curious.
I think like people are looking like curiously
Hmm.
and trying and like okay, so like some kid like that doesn't, know like social graces is like comes over and is like, "Can I touch your axe?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"You can hold it." And like
Ooh.
then
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a sort of teenage, like, sort of younger teenage hobbit girl who introduces herself as Myrtle. And and then she's obviously like kind of the leader of her little social
Mhm.
club or social group because like there's a bunch of younger hobbits who follow her around in turn. So she's sort of like, oh yeah, let me check out this cool axe from this cool dwarf, So,
Mhm. Are you strong
so
enough to wield it?
yeah, she's like,
I'm
wow, I've
hefting.
never held a battle axe before. She's like hefting it.
Yeah,
So
that'll be
yeah,
very
so go ahead and
sharp.
give me an awe roll. Let's see how you do.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I
I'll give
impress
you
these
you can take a
hobbits.
bonus die on that for, using one of
Yeah.
your weapons as a
I'm really nervous that I'm
additional.
not going to impress these teenage hobbits.
Extraordinary!
Yeah.
Gandalf rune! Woohoo! Beep 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 beep.
Damn, a Gandalf rune and
And
two
two
sixes.
sixes.
Two.
Wow.
Nice.
So impressive.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm odd. Like fans like, whoa, I want to hold the axe.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we're really seeing it for the first time, like in
Mm,
all its glory.
Maybe I'm doing
yeah.
tricks, like
Oh, yeah. Just flipping it around. Whatcha?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you so impress them that they just start spilling all this relevant information in between all the other,
yeah.
wearisome questions that they're throwing at you. But
You guys ever heard of Kingsworthy? What's up there? Yeah.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they're like, wow, have you ever been to Kingsworthy? Yeah, it's this old pile of ruins just like north of here, and then she Myrtle volunteers like she even says something like with the axe, she's like, this would be so cool to play Bull Roar's Club with. And then, asking her what she means, she says there's like a local game that's called Bull Roar's Club. That's basically just a game involving like finding a suitably big enough stick and whacking each other with it.
Hmm.
Uh, but
Solid
it's
game.
obviously part of the
Solid
local
game.
lore.
Yeah.
It's
So
solid.
it is solid, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Hmm.
um what are the other two of you doing?
Honestly, eating and drinking. Like,
Okay, so that sounds like
at least
maybe
me. I'm speaking for myself. I
it
mean,
can that can
I
be an
want to.
enhearten roll to like kind of ingratiate yourself to
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
your trencher mates. So
Right.
you can
Let
roll
me try
enhearten.
that. Let me get that going here. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, and boop, and boop. Whop. Failure.
All right. Oh, you don't have very much in enhearten. That's
No, I don't.
interesting.
No.
Okay. All right. So it's pleasant conversation. You just don't get anything
Nah,
actionable out of it.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay. How
So
about
what's
Finn?
Finn?
Finn was gonna try and lean on the natural inclination of hobbits to correct people when they're wrong. And so he was gonna have like a map of the area that we were using,
Yeah.
and he's talking to Melly. He's like, "No, I'm telling you, it's up here." And he's like pointing at some random part of the map of north, like
Yeah.
Kingsworthy is
Yeah.
here. I'm telling you, like
Yeah.
loudly enough
Yeah.
that the people around them can correct him if they know it's wrong.
Nice.
Okay. That sounds like a riddle roll. You're kind of trying to trick people
Yeah,
into revealing
yeah.
information.
I like it.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
There we go. Damn, 8 success die. Oh no, 8 on the success dice.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some confused for a second. Like, how are you rolling 8 dice? All right. All right. So very good. So like yeah, like one of the locals is like, Kingsworthy, why would you want to go there? It's haunted, you know. There's an old ghost that hangs about those ruins.
See,
Couldn't
and
pay me enough to go out there.
that's exactly why we're going. We've been hearing stories of hauntings and ghosts, and I don't believe any of it's true. I think it's a lot of hogswash.
Oh. Oh, that's and they're kind of like, wow, like what the hell's wrong with you? You know? Like it kind of kills the conversation temporarily.
Oh no, like he's not taking the threat seriously,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they're just really like,
They're like, okay, it's your funeral, buddy.
well, and so I'll just say flippantly, holding a little drumstick. Well, how hard could it be? I just want to see if they'll give more information.
Waving the drumstick around.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's not about the difficulty of reaching the place. It's just north of here, honestly. There's a ghost. What else do we have to say?
Have you
What
ever seen the ghost?
No, I don't need to see the ghost. Why would I go see the ghost? It's just going to steal the life out of you.
Well, if no one's ever seen the ghost, how do you know there's a ghost that's actually there?
More drumstick waggling.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you have a point there, but do you really want to take the risk?
Sometimes you need to take a risk in life. Yes. You have to take that first step. And I believe that's what this is. I'm writing a book,
It's
you
like-
know.
I'm writing a book, you know. There's this grizzled old hobby. He's like, oh, in due time, you'll find out life itself is risky enough, young man.
Not if I find a ghost.
And another one says, well, if you, whatever you happen to find, come back and tell us all about it, I guess. If you survive.
Absolutely, yeah. If I find anything of interest there, drinks will be on me when I get back, and I'll tell you a story.
Ahoy! And so they all like raise their mugs
Yeah.
and toast to that one. You know,
Yeah.
You
they're
should
happy
never
to
come
hear
back
that.
here, Melly.
Bunch of
Sorry.
rustics.
I'd be like, yeah. I'm just eating and just shaking my head. Okay. So there's a ghost protecting.
So they
There's
say.
a ghost protecting the club
Right.
that we need to be wary of, and it's probably up there. If there's a ghost, so I'm whispering to. I think I'm whispering, but I'm sure Oda can hear me. So I'm thinking this means that the ghost is protecting the club, right?
Maybe. Maybe it's the ghost of Took.
Maybe it is,
Or the goblin.
or the yeah. I thought he killed the goblin with it.
He did.
To be a ghost, you
So it
have
could
to
be the
dead.
ghost of the goblin. Yeah.
The ghost of the goblin. So then I'm really shitting myself. Like, oh, now I'm scared.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now I'm scared.
Just lay
I
an
didn't
egg
sign
and-
up for ghost goblins.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hold. So now I'm scared and I'm just drinking more ale.
By the way, they said it's up here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bilbo comes back around and he sort of brings you into a huddle, and you know he says yeah, it does seem like Kingsworthy's a fairly well-known site up here. From what I can gather, it's about a day's walk north of here. So I've secured us some lodgings at the alderman's house, and we can head out first thing in the morning. What do you say?
Did you know there's a ghost there?
Ghosts.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
Look, if we head out first thing in the morning, we'll get there before dark anyway. Ghosts only come out at night. Everybody knows that.
All right. This means no second breakfast, y'all. Like we gotta.
It's making
Well,
me
hold on,
nervous.
hold on,
I don't know
Well,
about
now,
that.
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute. Wait. Just a goddamn minute.
We can camp midway and get there the next morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We could just stop
We're not in a
for a little
rush.
bite. No.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's not
when I say it's a
urgent.
day's walk, I'm factoring in the stops for
Ah.
breakfast and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Um, damn. Okay. I'm nervous now. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna just sleep here tonight and then we're leaving first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay. Are those kids
Right.
just following Oda everywhere? I just have a feeling they're just like part of our crew now. They're just like
Oh yeah,
following
they're like
Oda.
totally into this amazing dwarf treasure hunter. I'm just, what a badass
Yes.
she is. Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So yes, you spend a comfortable night in the presence of the alderman and his lovely wife. And in the next morning, you head out, making your way across the North Moors, which have their own encounters table. So here we go.
Do we lose any of our fatigue from sleeping?
Oh, good.
Good question. Let's see here. All fatigue is lost at the end of the year.
Yeah. Christmas. You lose all your
Yeah.
Oh,
fatigue.
Yule.
God
Oh,
damn
thank
it.
I like
Let's
that though.
see.
I think that's very fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gain lost endurance by resting. But as far as fatigue goes, let's see. Okay. Okay. All player heroes further reduce. Okay. Any remaining fatigue, you'll get rid of it at the rate of 1 point of fatigue for each following prolonged rest you take in a sheltered and safe refuge. So yes, all of you who have fatigue points lose one of those points.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And let's see. Okay, cool. Um, yeah. All right. So you set out north across the moors. They're very desolate. This being spring, the gorse and the grass is still largely yellow brown. Just very desolate looking place. The skies overhead are gray and flat, and there's a chill wind blowing in from the north. So you're all bundled up in your traveling cloaks, and of course the terrain itself is a bit treacherous. There's sudden boggy patches or divots that you have to keep an eye out for. And I'll say for Oda, your trained treasure hunter eye, after a couple hours of walking, you spot like what looks like the hilt of something kind of sticking out of the side of one of these little pits in the ground, pitted areas, as if recently exposed by erosion, perhaps.
I grab it. Try to
Yeah.
pull it. Yeah. Right.
So you give it a tug, and out comes a fairly substantial looking dagger. Looks like it's of mannish craftsmanship. The blade, of course, is rather rusted and pitted. But yeah, it's an interesting relic. Definitely an old one. Several generations old, you would say.
Hmm.
I feel like I would keep it. I would like try to wrap it in a cloth or something and put it on the horse, put it in the pack.
Alrighty.
Might come in handy later.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right. So as promised, you start to or you come within view of Kingsworthy towards the end of the day. And what you're seeing is a kind of a pile of ruins. Just tumble down walls and remains of old structures. Most prominently being a large stone house and round tower with part of the west wall caved in. And yeah, you can all make lore rolls.
Okay.
And I believe Melly has something with lore. Wasn't there
Well,
a
it's
distinctive
more of my
feature?
riddle. It's rhymes of lore, but that has to do with
Rhymes of
riddle
lore.
riddles.
Oh,
Not lore
okay.
lore. I don't have any lore,
Gotcha.
actually.
Oh, okay.
So,
You've got classic riddles that
yeah.
you've memorized,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. Okay. Cool.
I failed. Yeah.
All
But,
right.
Finn succeeded.
Been succeeded. Right. And a success for Oda as well. Or yeah, Oda succeeded, not Finn.
No. Assume
Oh.
that Finn did not succeed.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I saw
Yeah.
another success. Oda success.
All right, so Oda, you recognize this is a place you have been before. You just camped here. Didn't really, you poked around a bit, didn't see anything that jumped out at you. And what you had concluded on that initial visit was that this was probably once a hunting lodge of the kings of Norbury, which is a forgotten kingdom of old. So,
This was once a hunting lodge of the kings of Norbury.
so Bilbo is very
Oh.
interested to hear that. He says, "Well, nothing to do but poke around, I suppose." So he starts to clamber inside the ruins of the lodge. You can all make scan rolls as you're moving closer in.
Okay. Another thing.
DM, look out for ghosts.
Oh, do you say that?
Yes.
So now I start getting scared. Like I'm just like,
no.
oh no,
Ghosts.
ghosts! I know, full on Scooby doing it. Fail.
All right, Oda is like in her
I
element
know.
here.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So Oda, you notice something interesting, which is that the ground around the ruins, and also obviously like the floor even inside the hall, which is just covered in earth at this point. There's probably an actual floor somewhere underneath it, but anyway, in the dirt and the earth, you spot some fresh tracks that are clearly belonging to one or more hobbits.
Oh,
Some hobbits have been here recently.
why? I
Just
wonder
our
out loud.
habits.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Finn?
I said the ghosts are hobbits, not goblins.
Perhaps.
Hobbit ghosts. So then I'm like, Hobbit ghosts?
Worse than goblin ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghosts don't leave tracks.
That's right.
Which way are
And,
the hobbits going? The ghost
Yeah.
hobbits.
Can we follow the tracks?
well,
Yeah.
they're kind of all over the place, and Bilbo is looking very crestfallen because he hears you talking about that, and he says, "I think somebody beat us to it. Look up there above the mantle." And he points at this old fireplace, and you can see
Oh.
that there's a plaque up there that has these two hooks on it, as if it was once holding something.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we stop for second breakfast.
Whoa. Hold on now. Hold on. They
Hold on
also
a
stopped for
second.
second breakfast.
Yes. They
And
did.
if there are tracks, that means you can follow them, Oda.
That's right.
Oh,
Oh.
So Bilbo
And,
looks sad, right?
yeah, but Bilbo says, "Yes, quite right, Fen. Let's see where these tracks lead."
All right.
And indeed, there's this set of tracks that seems to emerge from the house or the lodge and head off in a sort of vaguely westerly direction.
Mhm.
And yeah, you can follow it. So we'll need some hunting rolls. I don't know how well set we are for that. But
I have a 1. I mean, I
We
have
are
one.
just
Okay.
our
That's
hunter
something.
is distinctly missing today.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
the tracking guy.
The guy who tracks it down.
Who what tracks?
Okay.
Sauron.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay, so I rolled for Bilbo. He doesn't have hunting, so I spent a hope point and I rolled not just a success, but I got a great success actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that
Good.
counts for 2, and we'll need 3 successes
I will spin my
to
little
catch
hope,
up.
Mhm.
Okay.
and that will give me the only way I could possibly do this.
Be like
However,
Bilbo.
You can do it.
I
Oh
cannot.
my god.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
no.
cannot.
god.
I,
Come
I did.
on.
I did forget to add my die, but it would not
Okay.
matter. So,
No, it
because I
wouldn't.
could not roll a 17 on a d6.
No, you couldn't. Oh,
But
jeez.
like,
All right.
I mean, the Eye of Sauron, does that mean maybe there is some ghostly stuff?
It definitely, I mean, we had 2 Eyes of Sauron, so I'm gonna say, yeah. I mean, like,
Oh, here we go. Oh.
you definitely feel like there's some kind of weird presence out here on the moors, and it's getting darker. And you remember Bilbo's sage words, ghosts only come out at night. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
As it gets
Mhm.
darker and darker, and then darkness falls. And Bilbo's like a hound on the hunt on the trail, he's like, no, we can't stop now. We have to keep going. They'll just get further and further ahead of us if we stop. And so he's sort of, pushing you all along. But yeah, Fen, at one point, um, you're all passing by sort of a shadowy gully, and you could swear that you see something moving in there's just like very like foggy moonlight kind of penetrating down through the clouds, so it's all very like half lit in at best, but you could swear you see something like coming up out of this dark gully like right at you, and before you can even relax it seems to like pass through you,
Oh.
and you just hear this like whispered hiss in your ear that just says Angmar. And
Finn's like, oh! It like
Yeah.
jumps.
Yeah.
Angmar.
Angmar.
Angmar. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it just leaves a deep chill in your bones, as if you've been out in a blizzard without proper winter gear.
Do the rest of us know about this, or is that all happening internally?
None of the rest of you notice this, so it'd be up to Fen whether he wants to say anything or not.
Hey,
Master
bud, you
Bilbo.
okay?
Master Bilbo. What
Yes,
is an
what is it,
Angmar?
Fen? What's an Angmar? Oh,
Mhm.
that's just the realm of the Witch King. Everyone knows that.
Like, yeah, like the Witch King Angmar? What?
Yeah.
The very same.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was fine pretending that there might be ghosts, but if we're talking about Angmar,
Uh-huh.
Finn's face is completely pale in the light, like reflecting the
Oh.
moonlight. It's like, I believe maybe perhaps an apparition appeared before me and whispered Angmar.
Oh my God.
all right, pack it up.
Hmm.
This was great, guys. Wasn't this fun?
Good job.
Remember the chicken back at the place? Let's go hanging out with the Hobbit teens.
No. The only way out is through. We just keep following these tracks. It'll take us away from whatever that was. It was probably just your imagination anyway there, Finn.
So I
None
look
of-
at
none of the
Finn.
rest of us
Yeah,
saw anything.
I look at Finn and he looks really scared. Like he looks
I've never heard of an Angmar.
Here, my boy. That's fine. And he produces a flask from his backpack and he's like, "Have a shot of courage, and we'll be on."
oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, easy there, easy.
Empties it out.
Yeah. Yeah, he just kind of Bilbo just gives you this look like, right. He puts the empty flask back over.
All right. So I'm gonna take Finn's arm and I'll be like, I didn't see a ghost, but you're saying there's a ghost. It's true. Oh no. All right. So I'm getting really scared. So I'm just holding on to him. Like we're just walking slowly.
Keep your
Oda,
eyes forward.
yeah.
Look, just watch the back of Master Bilbo.
Like, Oda, what do you make of this?
I feel like Odo would like. All right, Bilbo, come here. Can I
Come
can I
here.
just talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
So, I think it's great fun to go look for this club, but the word Angmar does not come from nowhere, and if the worst possible associations could be true, we're talking about like evil, not ghosts, not apparitions, the manifestation and possession of evil. If the lore is to be believed, right? Like
Mm.
the
So,
forged rings that
the
entrapped men. This is Angmar we're talking about.
I know I've read a bit about it myself, but I don't want the young ones to be too scared. We're out here in the middle of nowhere.
We're
I'm
shivering
not even
and like,
sure. Yeah, I'm not even sure how we would find our way back to Oakgarden from here.
what? Oh wait, we don't hear that. We're just shivering.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Like
Okay.
lighting a small torch
Yeah,
in between us.
yeah, yeah.
Some comforting light.
Yeah.
Yeah. The two of you, while they're huddling up, give me a scan roll.
Oh my God. How dare you?
This is the good
Mhm.
time for us not to be able to see anything. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's true, actually. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
This is the give me a spot hidden in Call of Cthulhu that you want to feel it.
Oh no. Uh,
No.
mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
Okay. So,
Like very
yeah,
much
so
no.
Yeah.
that's very much a nope. But yeah, do you want to light a torch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the torch flares to life,
Oh.
and
The small amount of comfort in the light
Yeah.
warmth.
Just like, ooh.
Bilbo notices, of course, and he says, "Good thinking. This will help us follow these tracks more effectively."
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
But
So,
then he's kind of like get sort of readjusting his pack, and he's like, "Well, are we all ready to hold on a second? What is that?" And he was kind of looking back the direction you all coming from.
no.
It's
You all
back.
look
I told
back.
you. It's like holding the torch
Yeah.
up.
Well, and indeed, you can see a dark shape moving towards you out of the night.
What? So, let's see here. I'm just looking at my character sheet. Like, I want to play within the bounds of my character. So I'm scared, but there's a
Mm.
part of me that's like wondering, like maybe it can be talked with because it makes me think of the owl, right? And like how
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
tried talking to the owl, it didn't really work,
Worked
but
out,
maybe
kind of.
it might
Yeah.
might work this time. So I'll
Okay.
step forward. I'm holding my little cloak around me, and I'll
Yeah.
say,
Finn's like right beside you with the
yeah,
torch out.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Be like, what are you? Why are you following us?
So it moves towards you into the radius of your torchlight, and you find yourselves looking not at a ghost, but at a rather grizzled-looking old hobbit.
Ah,
And he's coming forward, and he's like, "I might ask the same of you. Who are you all out here on the moors? And why are you following my daughter's trail?"
Who's your daughter?
Myrtle Mudfoot. She ran away last night, and I
Oh
only discovered
no.
it this morning, and I've come searching for her.
they came looking for the club. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. But now, okay, guys, we gotta find them.
Yeah.
Oh, the little hobbits, they're out here.
Aye,
No,
the wee
no,
ones.
The wee ones.
no. Okay, all right, guys. Sir, I assure you, we will bring Myrtle home. I will spend my time in this wood until we find her and return her safe.
Aw.
All right. So the old hobbit is Mort Mudfoot, Myrtle's father,
Okay.
and he joins your party as you press on forth into the night to find his daughter. So now we will need travel rolls to reduce the fatigue that you're about to accrue
Oh
from
God.
from pulling an all-nighter, basically.
David, do you like these fatigue rules? Do they feel relevant to you?
They're good. Yeah, they're very relevant, very
Very
relatable.
relatable for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just checking. All right,
Nice.
let's
Oh my
see.
God.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
The
Oh,
hobbits fail again. The hobbits fail again.
hobbits fail again. Yeah, we're just barely holding on here. I
Y'all.
got the Eye of
I
Sauron.
can't.
You're the ranger on this trip. Damn.
Oh, I know.
Where's our
Maybe this
ranger
is
when we need him?
well, if we're still in this adventure by the end of our session and John
Well,
returns.
remember what I said? I said we're going to leave off at a place where his character can come in and save your asses.
That's
Guess
true.
where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no.
All right.
Oh.
Perfect.
Oh.
All right, so
But
so
Oda's
Oda
holding
got
her
a
own,
one with a
man.
great success, so Oda
Yeah.
only accrues one fatigue point. All the
Right.
hobbits, Bilbo
Oh.
included,
Oh, no.
accrue 3 fatigue points.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, can you remind me where to log that? Because I haven't had a
That
fatigue
is a
point yet.
great. That's a nice
It's-
humble brag.
it's
I
under the
haven't had to
str-
log any yet.
Under the
I
strength
just-
section.
Oh,
Under strength. Okay,
Strength,
there it is.
strength.
Yeah,
Okay,
fatigue.
oh, okay.
Lower
Fatigue
right,
shadow.
lower right hand diamond there.
Okay.
It looks like it
And I
says
think-
fatigue shadow.
It does say
Oh, okay.
fatigue shadow.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so 3.
like scar
Ooh.
shield.
Wait, so how
Yeah.
many do you have right now, Marley?
I'm back up to 3.
Yeah, okay, I'm at 3. Yeah, okay.
I'm at
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
well,
one.
you can
That's rough.
handle it.
It's real
You
rough for
can.
you.
You can.
yeah.
I'll have to make do.
All
What's so
right.
funny is that I have travel is one of my favorite abilities, and I have 2 dots in it, and I'm
Oh
still
my
failing
God.
every
Oh.
single one of them.
That's brutal.
Yikes. Yikes.
No. Okay.
All right.
It's so
Okie
funny.
dokie. So so you press on into the North Moors.
Mhm.
And let's see, probably the best way to, well, there's 3 approaches you could take in terms of looking for Myrtle. You could do an explore roll to identify an area where she may have tried to find shelter.
Okay.
Or you can try a hunting roll to look for signs of where she may have wandered off to. And of course, you can try a scan roll just for look, if you want to just try looking for anything else, basically.
Okay.
I'll try an explore roll. So that's probably my best of those.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I vote-
Mort's
the
going to
same.
help you on that, so he's going to add a bonus dice to that explore roll.
Hmm.
Great success. Great
Yes!
success.
Nice.
Gandalf.
Yes.
Wow.
Gandalf room
Okay.
to boot.
Okay. So you do indeed discover the remnants of a camp, and notice it's set up so skillfully that it can't be the work of a child.
Hmm.
It's more
What
like
the-
someone who's very skilled at wildcraft would build.
Uh,
Hmm.
Wow, your daughter is really good at making camps.
Yeah. Well, she's a junior brownie. Whatever the Hobbit version of Girl Scouts or brownies would be, I guess.
yeah.
The junior woodchuck. Let's see. Okay. Bilbo's gonna try a scan because that's a favorite skill for him.
I can try my hunting
Okay. Yeah, go
if
for it.
need be.
Yeah,
I
sure.
was going to do Explorer, but I'm guessing you already got the clue for that one. So
Yeah, I pretty much maxed that one out with the great
Yeah.
success. So
so
Fail. I'm just weary.
I will
Yeah.
also fail at scanning. So let me go ahead and try that. I will
Fair
remember
enough.
to add my die this time because I will spend
Yes.
hope. It's gonna save the
Okay.
kids.
Smart.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh no. That's a
Nice.
fail.
Damn.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done failure there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Well, Bilbo made his scan roll.
Hmm.
He spots that there is another set of tracks following those of Myrtle now. And
Oh.
and they're definitely booted footprints.
Okay.
So because of that, you are now able to follow the trail without any further rolls. You'll be relieved to hear. And
Okay.
hello, dog. And Edie's like, it's almost dinner time, you guys. Come on. So so yeah, you in time come to see after hours of pursuit. It's up ahead, you can see a darker patch of bracken and heather. The sky is starting to turn from the deep blackness of night into the deep blue of the hours before dawn. And you followed Myrtle's tracks for miles now. You
Miles.
have little doubt that she came this way. As you get closer, you start noticing that the dark patch is not due simply to a different vegetation. There are ancient stones jutting out of the ground, low crumbling walls hinting that this was once a very different place. Few hobbits will have ever seen this place. And as you take your first steps forward among the stones, you can think only of this ancient stories of kings and the armor-clad warriors who used to inhabit this part of the world. But just as you are getting set to explore the heather-covered ruins, there's a rumbling growl, seems to come from the ground itself, a bellowing, a shout bearing some resemblance to human speech, echoing among the ancient stones. You then hear a high, panicked voice call out from nearby, "Shoo, you old troll! Go away, go!" And breaking through a thicket of brambles, you see none other than Myrtle Mudfoot, scrambled up a ruined wall and is swinging, who scrambled up a ruined wall and is swinging a heavy wooden club at a massive creature looking like a grotesque imitation of a large man, a stone troll. Between the two of them, leaning wearily against the wall, is a cloaked stranger. Well, he's not a stranger to you, actually. A cloaked form, hood thrown back to reveal the rugged face of your sometime traveling companion, John's character.
Oh,
Hallie.
John's character.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Halith.
Haleth, yes.
Yes, and he seems to be he seems to have had his senses knocked out of him in an attempt to engage this troll. It seems to have caught him with its club, and he's sort of trying to recover his wits. And this troll is pursuing Myrtle straight towards you, and that is where we will leave it off until
Oh no.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. Nice.
So I wasn't about to make you fight a troll without a ranger.
Yay.
No, thank God.
No, see, this is where my dice are going to get hot. We're going to do it this time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Angmar thing. Look, you guys rolled 2 Eyes of Sauron in a row. I wasn't going to let that pass. So.
Fair enough. Great game, everybody.
Yeah, great job.
Good job, everyone. Very good.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Well, and thanks to all your excellent role playing, we actually ended up making that a whole session's worth of shenanigans. So
yeah.
Shenanigans is the right term.
Yes.
I can hear the Benny Hill music.
Yeah. It's true. Oh my God. Very good. Nice.
All right.
Very curious how this will resolve itself.
Indeed.
I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our patrons, both past and present. And thanks as always to those of you backing us at priest level and above. This includes Jonathan Morgantini, Marley Griffin, James Gilbreth, Matt Reed, Hunt Cal, Jathar 132, Just Barbarian Things, Mika Turtianen, NJ Colton, Ptolemy, and Vixen Lover 42.